buying $125 guns and getting $150 over the buyback program, then you put steps in to ensure that that doesn't happen. Like you put in a freeze saying that anybody that has bought it within a certain amount of time before it isn't eligible to get the benefits.
Okay, so you discriminate against an individual who has excess guns and wants to get rid of them.
No, because they can still get rid of them. They're just not eligible for the amount back. It's not that hard.
Okay, but let's remember the people who are coming up with these ideas and then implementing them. How effective have they been in actually implementing these things historically adequately, even when the framework of the system was set up in the proper way?
Well, and my biggest problem is there is so many different cogs, because obviously different industries want so many different things from the system. It's not set up like it's not a bunch of people in the community that actually want to make the community safer. Because if that was the case, then this shit would have already gotten done. And so because everybody that is doing this doesn't have the common goal, we have a lot more issues. So obviously if the common goal of the community is to make the community safer, and you have everybody in the community buying in to, we're going to do this to make our community safer, you need to have everybody to buy in and work together to make that happen. And you come up with ways to happen. And it is not necessary for all of the guns gone. But they do need to know where they are, and they need to get a lot of those illegal guns off of the streets and stuff like that. So there has to be something that happens. There needs to be something that needs to happen to change where we're at right now.
Coral, how does controlling the legal guns have any effect on the illegal ones?
Well, it's not about...
It doesn't.
So it does, though. Whenever there is a murder that happens or whatever, to be able to go in and say, okay, this bullet came from this type of rifling, belongs to this type of gun, is very important.
Yeah, but unless you actually have a ballistics database of every firearm in the United States, legal and illegal.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was going to do it and I was going to do it right, that's how I would do it. I would make it so that at every gun that gets licensed, there is a test shot. That test shot gets put into a thing. It gets put into a database. Like that would be part of.
We already have that. We already have that. Have you not bought a new firearm in the last 5 years? Actually, the last 15 years.
Yes, I bought one 5 years ago.
Your gun comes with 2 expended shells.
Mine didn't.
It's supposed to.
Well, it didn't.
By federal law, it's supposed to.
Well, it didn't.
Those two rounds are linked by the manufacturer to a federal database that says they came from this gun with this serial number. Okay? That is all on a federal database. Those shells have the hammer imprint on the shell casing. They also have the spent bullet with all the grooves and lands in it already marked. Okay? And that's already in play. That's already in play in the U.S. That's already a part of the U.S.
So exactly. Okay. All things that are helpful for solving crimes. So what's the problem?
Okay. All right.
Well, and actually, how long will that remain useful, considering how quickly barrels start to wear? And with the wear, the forensic markings change. So, it's fine identifying a new handgun when it's new, or sorry, a new firearm when it's new.
Hmm.
But wait a year or two and get several tens of thousands of rounds of ammunition through it, and it's going to bear no resemblance whatsoever.
Or just
And for some firearms, a couple of thousand rounds will do it.
Or just a rat tail file.
or
You guys
no,
hear me?
not even that. Or someone decides to do a barrel swap for whatever reason
Swap,
they
yep.
decide to.
Yeah, it'd be super easy.
Can you guys hear me?
Whoa!
Yep,
You're
we got an
pretty
echo.
much
By
And you're-
by an echo, you
Oh, God.
individually are echoing.
Roger.
Bugger. Sorry.
But no, I think we can agree that there is an issue with people who are less than competent having certain tools available to them that they shouldn't. The question is, how do we combat that actual issue without unnecessarily hindering the people who aren't a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is it's about education. Like, honestly, we have to have licensure, obviously, to drive a car, and like,
Yeah, but
Where
you don't
is
have
the
a right to a
okay,
car.
well, okay, all right, but you don't have a right to a car.
I'm
You
not
don't have a right to a
done.
car.
I'm not done, am I?
Okay.
Let me speak, and then you can speak. So, as I was saying, in order to be able to drive your car, it must be insured. You must have a driver's license. You must get tested, and you must get retested. Okay, and that's not something that is even like, it's not even something that is a constitutional right for you to have. Like, you have a right to travel, and that is it, right? So when it comes to guns, and I am obviously a huge advocate of weaponry. I personally get a lot out of it. I think that it is something that is calming to me. And I obviously take care of my weapons. I go shooting constantly. I think it's important that we have something set up for every American that can get education on safety, even basic first aid and things like that. All of these things should be for every American. But we don't have that set up. It's nothing that is national. In fact, most of them are not very good.
Real quick, can you guys hear me now? And is the echo gone?
Yes, the echo
echo
is
is
gone.
gone.
Thank you.
Your mic, sorry.
No, and it seems like the camera's waiting for a connection too.
Gonna put the camera on in a little bit, but I gotta go do something. So I just want to pop in and say, hey, I'll be here in a minute.
Not a problem. But the whole thing of, if we were to treat firearm ownership in a similar manner, not exactly the same, but a similar manner to vehicle operation, I would be open to the idea of that, as long as the requirements going into it are reasonable and effective. However,
Yeah.
there is still the issue that the vast majority of crimes, injuries, and deaths that occur due to firearms are from not legal ownership. And actually, a lot of them are related to gang violence and acts of violence in conjunction with another crime.
Okay. All right, Jared, can I have the floor real quick?
Go for it.
Okay. All right. The privilege of driving a vehicle, okay, and it is a privilege. It's not a right. You have the right to travel. You have the right to unmotorized transportation, horse, bicycle, foot. Okay, that's your right to travel. But your right to drive a car is not a guaranteed right. The right to ownership of a gun is guaranteed by the Second Amendment. Okay. So there is no confluence, or there is no connection between the two.
And actually, God's Auditor does have a correction for you from the chat that actually is correct. On your own private property, you can operate whatever fucking vehicle you want.
Exactly.
License or no license. The issue becomes is when you leave your property with said vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not you're actually injuring someone else. Like, if you're on your property and you get in an accident on that property, you're still going to get in trouble for driving without a license.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah,
you won't.
will.
No, you won't. Not here in Missouri. Not in Texas.
Well, maybe it should be.
Wait. Are you trying to say that operating a vehicle on public roads without a license is not a major infraction and will not result in some sort of punishment?
No, she said if you're on private property and you get into an accident, you will get in trouble. That is not the case.
No. Yes, you may not get legal ramifications for operating the vehicle without a license, but you will still face penalties for the injury you caused.
Yep.
Yeah, but the majority of the time that I am driving a vehicle on my own property, I'm the only one in it.
We're not talking about the majority. We're not talking about that. We are talking about where your rights end and another person's rights begin.
Yep.
Okay.
So just because you haven't done it, and because of the majority of the time in your experience, you are the only one there doing it, does not mean that's where the legislature ends. You need to consider the what if. If it is being operated in this manner, and the person is not licensed, and an injury does occur.
I like to point out something legally, too, is the fact that uniform regulation does not actually constitute a violation of your rights.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's minutia and fine-tuning to the topic of legality in that sense, regardless of what topic we're framing. That still needs to be considered, that a lot of the legislation that has come about has been a reactionary measure because that unforeseen or unaccounted for circumstance happened. And you have to admit, the populace now, a lot more, there's an increase in piss poor behavior that has happened over the last, call it 250 years. And
we're not even in the same, like, the U.S. is not even close to being the same as it was 250 years ago, 275 years ago, or whatever.
Agreed.
And so the Constitution is fantastic, but it's supposed to be a guideline to help guide us.
It's an initial base framework. It's not...
Yeah.
It is meant in the legal sense to be a living document. It was meant to have changes and tweaks happen to it over its entire lifespan, which has happened. Yes. But that's also where some people on the opposing side get it wrong, in that just because the technology we have today does not match what the technology was at the time it was written, does not mean that those sections of the Constitution are therefore invalid. Otherwise, the First Amendment should be thrown out as well, because they just barely had the printing press then, and look at the communication technology we have now.
Correct.
Yep.
There's certain things I definitely like in this bill, though. I like the required safety training courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
I agree with
seriously,
that.
the education is the most important thing right now.
Like I said, I would cut out the public access to the database. It's just a no. It's not even a question at them. No.
I'd cut out the insurance mandate. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, but I've got neighbors who couldn't afford that right now. I've
Well,
got
the
neighbors who couldn't afford.
The
Okay.
$800 licensing fee. If you took a zero off of that, it would still be too high, in my opinion.
Yep.
I don't know. My insurance,
$30. I would consider 30. I'm talking about the licensing fee, not the insurance. The licensing fee, $30 would be the high end of reasonable to me.
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
especially
because
if it's per firearm instead of per individual.
Well, I'd
Yep.
consider $30 if it was per individual. I'll put it that way. If you're going to do it per firearm, we're cutting that a lot more.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on that aspect, and I do agree that the requirement for the training and having standardized training would be a huge benefit, as what ML2 pointed out with the incident of
I'd like to see it.
accidental. So
if we're gonna talk about training, I would like to see them implement across the board something similar to what Texas mandates for private security and private investigators. We have to have a minimum of 10 hours shoot and range time.
yeah, and I think a similar practical
And
aspect to
we
the
have to
training
have
is
and
needed too.
we have to have, okay, on top of that 10 hours range time, we have to have another 45 hours of law and don't shoot scenario where we actually go into a simulator, not the actual range. We go into a simulator and we go from holstered to draw to shoot.
Yeah, they use some police precincts use a similar training apparatus to that. But here's my thought on the insurance side. It needs to be a reasonable cost insurance, because I won't say that insurance is not required at all. Like the idea of insurance being a requirement, I'm opposed, because that is a way to enforce people to be thinking about the oh shit what if.
Yeah.
It's no different than the majority of states and cities that require your insurance for your registration of your vehicle.
Yep.
My state is one of them. It is statewide. If your insurance lapses, guess what? They pull your registration.
Yep. Missouri's the same way.
My insurance is like $30 a month. It's not that expensive.
Well, and that's another thing, is now you're creating another economic avenue. You're creating another market that you can have people then be competitive in. So yeah, you're going to have some
But
insurances
you're not
that are going
creating
to
a
be
market. You're not creating a market. With this bill, you're not creating a market. It is paid directly to...
So the government is going to be applying the insurance.
Yes.
Yes, it's the Attorney General's office.
That is
Yep.
going to be
Thank
the
you.
insurance company. Yeah, fuck that.
Yep. No. That's my other problem with this bill is, it's not just that the registration database is going to be open to the public, which makes us all registered gun owners in public view, but now we have this huge tax on the poor that the majority of poor people who own firearms legally won't be able to afford. Okay.
Why can't you have something set up like something that the
Because-
NRA sponsors to pay for it, and so that you don't have that?
Because this Democrat from Texas shut down that avenue. She didn't add it to the bill. There's no provision in the bill for a private institution.
Hold on, Carl,
pay for
before you jump into this. This bill is still in its very early stages. It's only at the Judiciary Committee at this point. So don't think that this is being rushed to the floor and being done.
Right.
It's been sitting online on congress.gov since January 4th. So it's not like this is just something that's sprung up overnight.
And there's no reason why it might not be reintroduced in. So, and that would be a perfect opportunity for the NRA if they actually cared about the
The
community.
NRA is
Well, if it's still in committee, things could be
Okay.
changed in it, so who knows what's
But
gonna
right, but that's what I'm saying though is if the NRA needs to brush
The
up.
NRA
their
is in Chapter 11 currently.
Yes,
The
I
NRA
know.
is in turn.
But
Okay.
I'm using it as an example. If there was a nonprofit or a for-profit or whatever that wanted to do something to be I'm just using it as a, because what you all know what the NRA used to be, but it's supposed to help the communities for their protections. That would be a perfect opportunity for a group like the NRA to come up and say, we want to make sure that the lower income communities don't get unfairly burdened. And so we're going to raise money and get grants and stuff like that to pay their share of it so it doesn't become an undue burden on lower income people. Boom, solved.
Yeah, there would be other avenues for softening that blow, and just saying because there's a fee attached to it is discriminatory against the poor. That is a very, very big claim to make in at this stage of the game with it.
How big the fee is, though, I mean, I don't have a question of discriminatory
Yeah.
against the poor.
Well, and that I would agree with that argument. With the fee being that high as it currently stands, yeah, that's a red flag. But simply having a fee attached to it, no. And,
All right, and to calm Coral down, I have this.
Aww.
Oh, that's so cute.
oh, that is
And
that
that's a
is
face mask too.
yes, that is a great use of a mask.
After you've used it.
Aw.
Hopefully
Yeah.
not, but
I,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I hope if you do end up with a database, you have better luck implementing a national database than the UK did.
Well, we can learn from the mistakes the UK went through, so we have that.
We said we do that with national health care. We didn't do that.
Well, we didn't even
Yeah.
do what the UK did. We
yeah, we never even got close.
We got
Yeah,
nowhere near.
I remember we've probably not even got 500,000 weapons in legal circulation in the UK,
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
70 million people, and we couldn't build a national database that worked.
Which is insane. But again, like I feel like the problem becomes you have too many companies and lobbyists and other things that get in the way of the ultimate goal. Like because the way that we've set up our society, we've set it up so that it ends up being dog eat dog or my party versus your party, and not about concentrating on the goal, which is so we have a community that doesn't have to worry about children going to school and getting shot up.
The problem is that when you introduce bills framed the way this one is it does nothing but perpetuate party versus party.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Like I said, in my video, I said for the most part, if this database section was taken out, or at least they modified it so not all the members of the public have it, not even all the state and federal agencies have access to it, just like local law enforcement and maybe the military, again, because of, like I stated before, if I'm a responsible gun owner and my gun gets stolen, I should be contacting the local authorities.
Yep.
Yep.
And And I don't have a problem with that, because I don't have a problem with the database in principle, because it does, like I said, it allows for, if my gun is used and I've reported it, they know that I've done my due diligence.
You're absolved of the responsibility of what your firearm was used for at that point. Which, at least on a surface bit, if you report it as stolen and then there's a homicide that directly traces to your weapon, it shouldn't completely remove suspicion from you, but it's a heavy factor towards that, especially like, say, you're at work and the place you work at has security cameras, and at the time that the murder or homicide happened, you were at work. Well, then there you go. Couldn't have been me, because, hey, as soon as I found out my firearm was stolen, I reported it. And here I am at work at the time it happened.
Yeah.
Carl, let me ask you a serious question. Okay, would you try to hammer a nail into a wall with a wrench?
It depends. What is the point? What are you trying to?
Okay.
What are you
All
trying
right,
to
okay.
do? Are you trying to
In the Navy,
do
you might.
demolition? Are you? What are you trying to do?
Okay. No, it is simply to the point.
What is the goal?
You would agree that every tool has its purpose and has its job, right?
Necessarily. Not necessarily. There's a lot of tools you can use in different ways. If it gets the job
Okay.
done, that's the important thing. The important thing is
Okay.
looking at what needs to be accomplished and what is the easiest and most simplest way to have happen, and the way that causes the least amount of harm, and what is going to benefit the whatever that goal is. Those are the things that matter.
Okay. All right. This is going to benefit in feeding my family. Okay. So, am I going to take a 9mm pistol or a 9mm pistol and try to go goose hunting with it?
I hope not.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to choose another weapon, right? I'm going to choose a shotgun over a pistol, correct?
Or
Or a rifle.
Am I gonna
plant some,
or
or plant
you
some
would
lettuce.
not for goose hunting, Jared? A rifle? Seriously?
Let's not go. Leave the goose alone.
Yeah, we
How
do
about that?
use them for.
How about leave the goose be? Let the goose live and go.
Goose is wild game. It is legal
I
to
don't
hunt.
care.
Okay,
Leave the
hang on.
gooses alone.
Talking
Hang
to a
on.
vegan, so
Yeah.
You're talking to
Come
a
on now.
vegan that does not believe in killing any animal or persons.
Yeah,
Okay, well-
we do use rifles
Leave
Unfortunately-
the
It's a
goose
different illusion, I think.
alone.
for protection.
Okay, well,
So, yeah.
it all circulates back to my neighbors and I, to stay out of food pantries and to stay off welfare, we hunt. Okay? That's all we do.
Well, I
That's
don't
what we
think
do
there's anything wrong
from
with food
September
pantries
1st.
And
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with food pantries. They're a tool that you should use. If you need food, you should be going to them, and there should not be a stigma attached to it. You should be able to get
There's not
fresh
a stigma attached to it.
with
I'm saying-
vegetables and grains. and
Okay,
legumes.
well, we grow our own vegetables up here. Okay?
So you should.
What we don't do,
your food,
well, some of us have limited acreage and can't use all the acreage to just depend upon vegetables.
which
Okay.
is why you have food pantries and other things like
And
that.
food pantries supplement vegetables with, guess what? Wild game shot by local
it's-
hunters
Well,
who donate half of their kill.
I don't
That
agree with
is
that.
that's a reality of food pantries
And
all across the U.S.
it can support food
Right.
pantries without supporting the fact that they give meat and dairy as food.
You know,
Alaska's big in that because of elk
Yep.
and moose.
and moose.
Moose.
Yep.
Yep. Can do that.
I got a cousin who hunts up there in Alaska,
Yeah.
and that's what he does with half of his moose kill every year. Is he?
Half of my family lives up in Alaska too. And
Right?
what was the
Not
point?
everybody's. Okay.
What was
My
the
point. My
of those
point
things
is. My point is.
before?
that most gun owners who are hunters, which is what I know, that's who I'm around, okay, we own more than one gun because we don't have one gun that fits every scenario. Okay? Most of us have a rifle to shoot deer. Most of us had.
Concept. I was a gunner.
Okay, most of us have a shotgun.
I understand the concept that you have different guns for different purposes. Thank you.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So, are you willing to take away one gun, one particular tool out of my toolbox, even though I might actually be able to go help a farmer somewhere else because he's got destructive wild pigs on his property? Okay.
Well, if that tool is a minigun, then yeah, I'm gonna question why you have that.
Are we even talking about taking away, like, other than okay?
Well,
I guess I'm confused. What's the point?
Coral, what it is the way the bill is currently set up and framed with the verbiage when it comes to the registration fee, it is amazingly cost prohibitive for anyone who owns more than one firearm from a national average standpoint.
I mean, I'm looking at, I have an armory personally in my house.
Yeah, now imagine paying $800 for each and every one of them.
I'd go broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem with the way the bill is currently written.
Which is why I don't agree with that part, but okay. Again, what's the point?
The point is that the bill needs to be revised. Majorly.
Severely. Okay. Because you're talking about, okay, well, you're talking about the way that this is written out. Okay, part of the okay. Part of the problem with it is that things that are going to stay is the antiquities rule.
Which is
military stylized rule. The antiquities rule is a gun that's probably prior to 1899. Okay, and it's considered a display weapon. Okay.
Yes. What about?
But once it gets used, it is no longer considered either an antiquity or a display weapon.
Correct, because then it would literally not be those two things.
Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
So I have a 1757 black powder currently.
Yep.
Okay. That under that rule, I'd have to hang on a wall and never touch again.
Yep.
Why is that? Why am I penalized? Why am I being penalized for owning a gun that I used in the black powder season?
Correct. What are you talking about?
The antiquities rule.
What is it? You didn't say what the fuck it was.
Did I not say in 1857?
All you said was that you have a gun that is old or a display gun. You didn't say anything else.
Okay, I said that once it gets used, it's no longer considered under the bill to be a wall hanger.
Okay, and what's the problem with that?
Because the amount I pay for that gun, once I use it to hunt or target practice or anything else, automatically has to go up, and I automatically have to tell authorities I used this gun to take a deer last week.
Right, because it's not hanging on the wall. That makes sense. What is the problem?
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense? You used it, so of course you should have to say, hey, listen, I have this type of gun. I'm using it. It was a decorative piece. But guess what? I was using it to shoot a fucking deer the other thing. And if there was a crime that happens around that time, they'd be like, hey, there's some balls shot here that comes from something that looks like it's really old. I wonder what it's from. And if you didn't report that you went and did that, they might think that you had something to do with the crime.
But it wasn't a crime. It wasn't a crime.
No,
I shot the deer legally in season.
No. You wish she was saying that crime X happens over here. Your hunting activity Y happens over here. And there's close enough proximity that And those
The
two
federal
events
government
happening,
doesn't have a right.
hang
Doesn't have a
on,
right to
hang
interfere
the
in what I
fuck
do with my gun.
on, hang the fuck on, and let
Okay.
me finish the explanation of what Coral was communicating. You are
Apparently,
you
it has to be-
you are less than a mile away from the scene where crime X happened. They find the ball ammunition that would fit your black powder weapon. If they end up finding out that you were in the area using a black powder weapon and they had no fucking clue, yes, they are going to come knock on your door and ask you, what the fuck were you doing with that type of weapon out there?
It makes sense.
They won't tell you
And my
why.
answer-
They won't tell you why because you are a suspect at the time. But
Okay.
these are pieces of the puzzle that law enforcement will use to figure out who is and is not a suspect.
Okay.
It literally comes
weapon-
down to this. You have a gun that is normally a wall hanger. The police have that down as it's a wall hanger. Now, if you go out there and actually use it, it's no longer a wall hanger. And should be the police should know that just in case something along those lines, like a crime, occurs.
Okay. So I get to take away your hammer. Okay.
It's not
Because
any-
somebody else used the hammer
It's not
in the
That's
same
great.
area that you were in. Yes, it is the exact same
No,
thing.
it's-
I get
it's
to
not.
take away your
Is it?
hammer. Yes, it is. I get to take away your hammer because somebody else in
You
the
wish. They're
same
not
area
saying
you
that you're
were
going to take
in.
it away. Nobody said that they're going to take it away from you.
Okay.
What they're saying is that the police will investigate the situation, which is their obligation to do. They have every right at that point to question you about your gun, whether it's a wall hanger or not. They may even come to you and ask if you never even used the gun, but they know that you have the gun and be like, hey, somebody was shot at with a black powder gun. We know you have one. May we see yours because there is a crime that happened. They may
Get a
not even
warrant.
suspect you, but they will ask, and they'll probably have the warrant too.
It's fine. They can serve
Right.
a warrant. I'll show them my weapon. I'll submit it for inspection.
Right. But nobody's
Right.
taking your gun away.
Yeah, how
It's
does
Okay.
just about
But-
communicating
no.
that
But
hang on,
here's
time
here's
out.
the thing. Here's the thing is that the difference in price that I pay between a wall hanger and an actual weapon that I use for hunting, black powder, okay,
Uh-huh.
which my gun under federal law currently is not even considered a firearm. This will take everything that is prior to 1899 that's not considered a firearm. It'll take all of that away.
Okay, and
Why?
how? Hang on. How is that taking it away from you?
You made that decision yourself by using it.
No. Regardless of that, how is simply opening those older black powder firearms? How is opening up the purview to include them taking it away from you?
Because
It's not.
at that point, I have to go from $250 to $800
How is
For that
that?
weapon.
How is that taking it away from you?
because I don't have the $800 to my name, Jared.
And notice how we're saying that the price that they have put to the fees is fucking ridiculous and needs to be
Yes.
reevaluated.
Right. That's the part we don't agree with, but we're not taking away your gun. We're saying lower the fee. I'm not taking it away from you.
Okay,
Still have it.
here's the other thing.
I do
Here's the
agree
other
that you
thing.
should fucking tell if you're no longer using it as a door, as a wall
You almost said
design.
doorstop.
Obviously, that needs to. You need to say that you're using it and that it's no longer just something hanging on your wall.
Okay, and again, my point is, what the fuck does it matter to the federal government if I'm not a felon? If I'm not a violent felon?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No, exactly.
So wait, let me ask you this though, real quick. Do you
Okay.
register your car?
Do what?
Do you register your car?
Yes. Again, my
then-
car is not. My car mentioned in the Constitution? No, it is not. The Second Amendment does cover my gun.
For fuck's sake.
Right. What I'm saying though is everything you own is pretty much that could be used as a weapon, whether it's a gun, car, whatever,
Hammer.
the government knows you, or hammer, whatever. At
The
some
government
point in
doesn't know
time,
how many hammers
it has
I
to be
own.
registered, right? Yes or no?
No, I don't have to register my hammer. I don't have to register my
Do you hunt with your
screwdriver.
hammer?
I don't have to
Do you
register
hunt with
my
your hammer?
ice pick. No.
Well, then shut the hell up about the fucking hammer. Jesus Christ.
Do I shoot people with my do I shoot people with my black powder rifle? No, I don't. It's not even my gun of choice for self-defense.
Like,
But
I don't
that's
even
what
understand.
America used to have for self-defense: black powder.
Exactly.
rifles.
They had black powder revolvers. Still do.
I still don't get your point, you wish, that you're talking about with the fucking goose. So,
Okay.
Explain.
Again, it goes back to: are you going to take a tool away because a person can't
Why
pay
are we
for it?
taking it away? You need to backtrack. We are not understanding.
If you don't
why
pay
you
the,
think-
what do you think happens if you don't pay the fucking money, Cole? What do you think happens?
Do they take your car away if you don't pay registration?
If you operate
Yeah,
on
that-
public
no.
roads, they do.
But under this bill, under 127, they will come take your guns.
Where? Find in the bill where it says they'll come take it away if you don't pay.
I thought
Dude, it makes you an automatic felon. Guess what happens?
Doesn't mean they'll take it away from you.
Well, again, so
If you're a felon, they will.
no, you are a felon after you are convicted. If you simply never register it and they never have purview of it, they can come after you on the back end if you do something that brings attention to it. Then you'd be fucked. But
Yeah, exactly.
back to a car comparison.
I thought
You can have
sorry.
you can have a vehicle unregistered. You can operate it on your private property unregistered. But as soon as you operate it and get caught outside of your property with it, that's where the problem is.
Yep.
It's the moment you take it off of your wall and you use it, then it becomes the
Uh,
problem.
I thought one of the plans for this bill was that the penalty for being in possession of an unregistered firearm was going to be a $50,000 to $100,000 fine, and/or 10 to 20 years in prison.
Which under U.S. law is an automatic felony.
Hey, what up, guys?
Hey,
Can I weigh in?
Hey, team. What's up, buddy?
Good.
What up, everybody? I do want to weigh in
Do
on
it.
something because I
Listen.
recently looked into to some of these things you guys are talking about, and I've been listening for a while because I've been here for a while and I ain't said nothing. I've just been listening. First things first, the idea that felons are not allowed to own firearms is incorrect. Many
They can
states,
own
including
black. They can own
hold on.
black powder
Second turn
weapons.
to
Give me
talk,
1 second.
Wish.
Give me one second, because I'm kind of defending your point here. So, like in the state of Texas, I looked up the laws on felons owning firearms, and if you're 7 years outside, I mean, there's certain felons that can never own firearms. This
you're
is
violent
true. Like,
offenders.
yeah, you're violent offenders, exactly. But let's say you have a hot check felony. You know, technically you're not allowed to use have a firearm. But what they say is now 7 years after confinement, if you're, if you haven't broken any new laws or anything like that, you can own a firearm that you can keep in your home for self-defense. And I'm sure that every state has different laws. So in some states, it might be all felons can't own firearms. And in some states like Texas, it might be some felons or all felons can't own firearms for the first 7 years of being released. And then some felons can't own firearms ever, like your pedophiles, your violent offenders, basically. So they will. I'm not sure about the proposed bill that you guys are talking about. I'm completely ignorant to it, but
Same.
if y'all want to fill me in on that, I'm kind of listening and cooking at the same time, so I may not be chiming in all the. That I found said that a homeowner can own any firearm inside their home. They're allowed to own one firearm, and
Yes.
they have to be 7 years outside of their conviction date.
To be in possession of it.
inside
They're
of
not
the
the
home
owner. They're-
only.
They're-
Inside.
but they're not the registered owner of that firearm. It is
It's
a
illegal to
spouse.
re-
It is a child.
Well, no,
It
no.
is,
That's
yeah,
incorrect.
it is. No, it is not. You go back and reread that law because it is a spouse, or it is a child or a parent. It has there are three other there. That's the other continuation of that. They themselves cannot be in possession of a modern firearm capable of firing modern ammunition unless they're in the act of self-defense of the property.
How are they able to self-defend themselves without being in possession of the weapon first?
But they can't be in. Well, when I say possession, they can't be in ownership of it.
But that's contradicting to what you were just saying. Like, you were saying that it's 7 years out, someone within the home can own it as long as the felon's there. But now you're saying that it's okay to use the firearm in self-defense. Well, that's kind of the obvious right there. So if they're not 7 years out, hold on.
The
Give me a
verbiage of that
second.
law is very
Give me a
vague.
second. Give me a second. So if they're not 7 years out, let's say they're 3 years out of prison, right?
Okay.
So 3 years out of prison, they get caught with a firearm in defense of their home. What happens to that felon?
They're going right back to Huntsville.
They're going back to prison, right? So
they're going right back to
invalid
Huntsville.
again. You just invalidated your point you just made. It doesn't matter whether they're in, like, within 7 years, they cannot be in possession. After 7 years, they can only maintain a possession of a firearm inside of the home. They're allowed to have one firearm inside of the home, and it can only be used for self-defense. Now, this is a Texas law, not necessarily a national law.
Yes.
The federal law
Okay.
says felons of any sort are not allowed to own firearms. So even for a felon to own a firearm in the state of Texas that's 7 years out,
Do you
is
understand?
still committing a federal crime.
Okay. Do you understand the difference between possession and ownership?
Yes, I do.
What's the difference?
Ownership is when the gun is yours and it's registered to you. Possession is when the gun is in your possession.
Mhm.
Doesn't necessarily have to be owned by you, but it's in your possession.
And there's the differential in the law. Okay. They're in possession of it after 7 years. They're legal. They don't own the gun. Okay. Ownership is a completely different statute and completely different verbiage. That's my point. They're never going. It doesn't matter what felony they
So
committed.
what if my dad buys me a gun? Let's say I'm a felon, okay? What if my dad buys me a gun and he leaves it at my house for me? He is in violation of law by doing that. He is not allowed to do that. So therefore, I can only be in possession if someone within the home owns the gun.
Owns the gun. That is
incorrect.
it. No, that is not incorrect. That is not incorrect. I've been through the law. I've had to go through the law to do my field of work, private investigation, private security. I've had to study these laws because I've worked Section 8 apartments where we had felons of varying statutes that were not allowed to own a gun, that could possess a gun in the home where they resided for defense. They didn't own the gun. Their spouse or whoever they were living with owned the gun, and they were accessible to that gun. That is what that law is intended for.
All right. Well, I'm not here to argue that point with you. I'm actually in support of not having the government too much in our business when it comes to firearms. I can understand certain aspects of firearms needs to be registered, but I don't believe that every single firearm in America needs to be registered so that the government knows exactly where it's at. That's just a little bit too non-libertarian for my taste, you know.
Yeah.
But I gotta go stir my meat, so I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
He's got to play with his meat too.
He's gonna go play with his meat.
You know he's gonna kill y'all when he listens to the replay of that, right?
You say that like we don't. You say that like we don't give him shit about that, anyways. I mean,
I go on those game streams to give him shit about it. What are you talking about?
Shit.
You wish.
Shit.
You wish.
Okay.
Hang on. You wish. Last night I was in his After Dark, his gaming stream, because he added on to his chatbot lady that at the end of everything chatbot lady reads, add the phrase "in my mouth." So we
Oh my God.
we had her saying some very creative stuff.
That sounds like fun.
You should have told me she was doing that, Jared. I would have hopped in there and messed with her for a bit.
Me
Oh, I
too.
would too.
I could come up with some stuff.
Well, I mean, I could grief him over the fact that he had 2 girls making out while he's sitting there fucking playing Xbox.
Yeah, and when you
And
got
he's not.
game, you let them do what they're going to.
Isn't that a Tuesday?
You forget what he did. He was playing. He threw the mic back so his friends could listen in. Do you really think he let them finish completely on his own? On their own? Are you really thinking that he didn't join in at some point afterwards?
I'm thinking his dick didn't get wet till the next morning. I mean, just honestly.
Hey, and sometimes that makes it more fun. The anticipation and
But-
wait, when played properly, is a lot of fun.
You're talking. You're
Speaking
talking
of
to an old
which-
pervert here.
Speaking of
Apparently,
which,
I'm talking to
there
someone
was-
who doesn't have any self-control and immediately wants satisfaction right then and there. That doesn't always work, honey.
Well, goddamn, I'm a freaking lesbian trapped in a man's body. What the fuck can I say? I got 2 girls making out on the couch. You better fucking join. You better believe I'm fucking joining in on that shit.
And
What if you're not
interrupting
allowed
the
to?
flow and getting
What
in
if
their
you don't
way
have
and they're
permission
kicking
to?
you out.
Hey, can I speak on this? Because I agree with Coral up there for a second. So back in the day when I was younger, yes, I used to engage in a lot of lesbianic activities. Okay. And there was one time I had this one girl. She was like a really close friend of mine. It was all consensual, and we used to have a good time together. And she brought home this other girl, and she was like, "You're gonna have to sit this one out." And
Yep.
so, sure enough, I put
And
mine.
at that point, I'm ass, gas, or grass. Nobody rides for fucking free.
No. Sometimes you just have to sit back and enjoy the moment. And
Nope.
I was playing video games with all of my Call of Duty buddies, and I was like, literally, guys, there's like these 2 chicks fucking straight getting it on right behind me. And they're like, no, they're not. And I was like, bullshit. I took my earpiece out and I just threw it in the bed next to them. So those guys listened to them getting like making out and doing what they did. I'm not going to put anybody on blast or anything, but they listened to them making out and whatever for probably about 45 minutes. And I put the headset back in. They were like, dude, you're a fucking legend. And I was like, oh, nah, bro, it's cool. But sometimes you have to sit it out and let the
See,
moment.
You don't have to lie to
let
us.
the
Man. We all
moment
know you're
happen.
watching Pornhub. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Call of Duty is my
'Cause-
Pornhub. I really don't have time for porn when Call of Duty still exists.
And by the way, you suck at that. You suck at that Star
It's
Wars.
amazing
game you
how
were
bad I
playing.
suck at Call of Duty too. And
Oh.
Star
It
Wars.
is amazing.
What Star
Yeah.
Wars game were you playing, team?
Unbelievable.
What's
I
that?
see who said that
Jim?
game.
Hey, what Star Wars game were you playing?
I was playing Squadrons and I suck at it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
can be
he-
a bit rough sometimes.
That's what she said.
No.
No,
Well, she likes it rough, so.
he's playing Call of Pornhub.
There you go.
Oh damn!
Hey, when the bell tolls, you go to
With his
answer.
meat tube.
With it. Yeah, that's right.
With me, yeah, with all the mods on it.
Yeah.
Gotta have that laser scope.
Oh man.
Does it come with a silencer?
But
He would hope it. He'd hope his meat stick comes with a freaking silencer.
No, but
Sorry, Kane.
that's half the fun. Half of the fun is. Never mind. Wait, let me just say, feedback is a good thing. Even negative feedback can lead to a positive outcome. So why would anyone want to be silent?
Silent
Oh,
but deadly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh jeez.
That would be interesting. Quiplash 2 International.
Yeah, it just
Quiplash After Dark.
that's just quiplash for us.
That's just Quiplash.
Right. I was gonna say, wasn't that last week?
Yeah, we should do Among Us this week.
I still haven't played that yet.
It's an interesting game.
I have to ask though, team. I think this is the first time that I've been in an actual stream with you. What military were you in?
See, he's ashamed to admit that.
He was in the Boy Scouts.
He went back to cooking.
Yeah, he probably stepped away.
He's got to cook his meat
Yeah.
tube.
Yeah, you gotta work his meat.
If I remember correctly, I think he was in the army. I'm not sure.
No, he
He's
was
spooning the special sauce.
he was Navy, but he was
Or Navy, okay.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that never actually went out into the water. I mean, I just want to know who he blew to get that deal.
Me too. Whose dick was he
Station
sucking?
vacation?
Jesus Christ.
Did you get station vacation?
Apparently.
Yeah. Granted, I lucked out with my first duty station.
To be on the water. So I went in and I was fortunate because it was one of 3 female billets that were available, and because I was top of the class and there were only 2 females in my class, I got to choose where I wanted to go. And then the 2 girls who they weren't, I went like my class was very competitive, so they didn't fit like in the top 3, but they were right there with everybody else. But they got to choose orders 2 and 3, which both were ship duty. So I got the literal only land duty billet in the whole thing, and it was just because I was top of my class. So work hard, get paid.
Yeah. Work hard, you get there.
He was on top of his dick sucking skills what he was on top of.
That's right.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, because
Son of a
he was
bitch.
surprisingly large.
So for those who
Oh,
see
man.
the new archive, well, now it's not an icon, it's an actual camera input. Gary IOW has a friend with him who was, if what he told me right, a former member of the Kriegsmarine.
Yep, that's right, Jared. Yep. Patrick. You can probably see him on the camera now.
Which color shirt? Because we see the face with the red.
It's the red one.
Oh, wait, hold on. The stream is buffering, y'all.
I'm the guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Patrick's the guy with the red shirt.
I'm the guy in the red shirt. I'm German. 57 today, and I served 4 years.
Cool, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I served 4 years in the German Navy, obviously on the submarine, which is, as you most likely know, not atomic, because Germans are not allowed to have atomic submarines. So,
yeah, you guys got a little too good with them. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the Russians and the U.S. stole the snorkel mask from the Germans, you know.
No.
well, so Gary told me that it would be worth talking to you, so that's what I'm going to do tonight.
Yeah, you'll notice we have a wide array of representation here. We have, well, let's admit it. Wow.
That's super appropriate, by the way. I love it.
God damn.
I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm like saying, like, you know, I'm turned on by that picture.
Amazing.
Hey, team. Calm your tits.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
Sorry, it's 2 bottles of wine already, so I'm a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you'll fit right in.
Lightweight.
Hey, Jared, have you been to? Have you?
I bet you were German, man. What's wrong with you?
Hey,
2
no,
bottles
hold on.
in.
Did we hear what did you do in the Navy?
I was a torpedo chappie, torpedo and navigation.
Oh, very cool.
Torpedoman.
Yeah, so basically, we had to operate the torpedoes, go into the refill the tubes, empty the tubes, these sort of stuff. obviously these submarines in comparison to American Navy are obviously the absolutely shambles in comparison. And anyway, so that was my job there many years ago.
I have a question. And this is for everybody that's Navy. Do we have any quartermasters here?
I'm probably the closest one.
Yeah. I was going to say Jay would be the closest.
Well, so of course I didn't serve on a ship, so I don't know the answer to this question. But I do know that in the Navy you get a lot of like cross rate training, you know. So I was in ET. I got cross rate training with the ATs because I was on a weapons station that had airplanes, and sometimes they needed extra hands. You know, it's just something you do.
Yeah, I was a BM, went to HM.
So let me ask you a question. Does anybody get cross-trained to be a quartermaster? Is there ever a time when a quartermaster is not actually at the helm?
So I know.
Yeah, BMs are at the helm.
The
Quartermasters
BMs,
on the side.
Yeah, I'm Coast Guard, not Navy.
The postmates are the drivers.
In the BMs merged actually, so now it's a combined rate now. But back in my day, when I was in, they were two separate things. And in fact, my dad, he was in for almost 30 years. He was a BM when he got out. He mostly worked like port security and all that stuff. Where I spent most of my time.
Yeah, I actually know a few BMs that went QM. It's not uncommon.
Yeah, on a submarine it's a little different because everybody that's at least when I was in, and I'm sure same with Nikki and Tech. If you were enlisted and your rate could actually afford to let you go, you qualified helmsman planesman.
Yeah.
Jay, were you a nuke? Were you a nuke? Like Nuke ET or Nuke FC?
No.
No, but would they have ever cross-trained a nuke to be a QM or a BM?
No.
No, because especially on my type of submarine, you have to have a top secret SCI clearance.
Yes.
To be a quartermaster, or the QMOW, anyways. So radiomen could, FTs if they wanted to, but none of them did because they sat at their station next to us and hated it.
We love our station.
And then, but it.
What's FT again? What's FT?
Fire control station.
It's
firefighter.
Basically.
You're not a firefighter.
They're the equivalent of an FC on the surface ships.
Yeah, they're.
We had
actually more accurately. You actually probably describe a fire control tech as the equivalent of if you took a fire controlman, an operations specialist, and a datum systems technician, and mashed them into a single rate. That's what an FT is.
See, we have when we went or when I was in, ET and FC did A school together. So you picked your rate, of course, before you went in, and they were really similar. Like, I don't understand why an FC would have had to go through the electronics training that I went through. I mean, they don't troubleshoot their own radars, do they?
No,
we did that.
I can answer that because on the aviation side, they did a similar thing with the avionics tech and AEs, the aviation electrician's mate. Because the first 8 weeks of the training was exactly the same for both rates, they combined the training path because all of us did basic electronics. What we did after that initial basic course is where you specialized between either the AE rate or the squadron level or intermediate maintenance level of AT.
Is that why they no longer do nuke for FCs? It's now nuke ETs. When I went in, I couldn't be a nuke as an ET, and I wanted to be an ET for a special reason, so I just didn't do nuke. I qualified for nuke school, but I just didn't do it. But the FCs went to nuke school, so why would the FCs go to nuke school? Or, I mean, why would the FCs go to electronic school? Maybe is it because they were going to be working on the electronics and the nuclear part of the submarines? Okay, because they had to do sub duty for that.
The way the rates currently, because I think I'm the most recent generation of the sub course here. I was in the SECF, which was generalizing FTs, sonar techs, both ET-nav and ET radio all together because we all had to do our own maintenance on our own equipment. Everything was electronic. The separation came with the individual areas. Sonar has its own system. Fire control has its own system.
Nav has their own. Radio has their own.
And radio. Now, fire control actually is kind of the nexus hub on the sub when it comes to all those rates. We're the ones that kind of meld everything together, including sometimes with radio. That's the reason why FTs do get a lot of shit. And like Jay said, or Eric said, excuse me, you shove a lot of rates into the FT because the FT actually is responsible for a lot more shit than just being a fire controlman, launching tomahawks and torpedoes.
Yeah.
Or in the case of
watching the Seaways. Playing with the Seaways.
Well, no, that was Surface is the FC, and
we don't have guns.
Yeah, subs don't have the boomsticks like that anymore.
That would be hilarious though if they did.
There's a meme. I gotta find it again. There's a meme that someone created.
There has to be because that would be so funny.
There was a meme that someone created. It was a fast attack. They superimposed a deck gun from an old diesel boat onto it, and even had kind of like the hidden panel where it would lift up. And it's like that is so freaking stupid.
That would be hilarious. That would be so funny.
Yeah, but
I actually did have to go to do basic electronics too when I went to C school when I had to do C school for 76. So when I was learning about 76, I had to learn about all that. That's funny.
I love it. I love it.
We haven't done this in a while, Jared, so I decided to
just start pulling up random memes.
I was doing just doing
That's
something.
old school GTW right there.
Go back. That was funny.
Oh, the
that one is great.
You got the UK,
in Latvia. Oh my god, that's the best. Okay.
Wait, that looks like a Los Angeles.
No,
not quite.
The front of the sail.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's zoom in on that.
Right, I'm
Zoom
like
and
squinting,
enhance.
trying
Probably a
to
Virginia. That's a Virginia. Yeah.
Might be a Seawolf.
Yeah, it looks
No,
more.
that's a Virginia. The sail's too far forward for a Seawolf.
That's a cool boat.
Still not UK. It's still an American.
That is American fucking submarine.
There's our German boat.
It's pretty.
My AAT involved electricity, but that was as a generator. Yeah.
This is still one of my favorite submarine ones.
Open the fucking door.
This one's not wrong.
Right?
There are more aircraft in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
I mean, oh my god. Stop.
The China one would be more appropriately in dry dock.
Oh.
No, China does have their
Well,
boats in
they've
the
recently been doing
water.
it, yeah.
This is my season.
So this is.
Right, quick reference. Just think about this. That last meme that was up there, that really isn't that bad because think about this. There are 18 and 19-year-olds driving a very expensive piece of military equipment.
Well, wait, are they really the ones driving it, or are they just going with and hoping that the officer on watch knows what the fuck he's doing?
Well, if he's listening to the
Well, they're
NAVTs, he does.
supervised, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, they're driving it. For example, like late at night on the big ass USS Wasp, we would try and see if we can get away with doing fucking 360s.
Oh no, crew.
Oh my God.
On the submarines, the helmsman and planesmen are just looking at instrumentation. They're relying on nav so they don't run into anything.
Tech, is this accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn, that's so
great.
real right there.
That's
Shit out of civilization. That'd be
damn
me,
it.
right? I have
the
the battleship.
motherfuckers playing play for pay or whatever. And they're like putting out all of their, and you're like, I'm grinding. Shut up, I'm grinding.
We're short on ships. We're gonna have to attach the USS Constitution to a battle group.
Hey Jay, you need to go. You need to show my meme.
Which
I
one?
When
thought
Houston, when the one when Houston flooded.
Wait. I thought we weren't showing your face.
No, shut up, Jared.
Oh.
So this is funny because it's actually at the base I was stationed at.
That
It's
is
the
Jesus.
it's the superstructure and the sail of. I can't even remember which boat it is.
Washington, if I remember right. Or is that the one that's at... No, the Washington's is in Groton, here by me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was another one that's made up the 41 for freedom.
Yeah.
There was 2 of those still in service when I was in.
I fucking love the Carl memes. They're the best.
Carl.
I came in like a... Shut up, Carl!
Nikki, is this is true, right?
Yes, very.
Oh yes. Nikki and I's job was to assist that.
It's that new 7 sub 7.
Underhand.
But do they?
Oh,
Wait, go...
I believe this is part of a Churchill quote.
Yeah.
This was after World War II.
Yeah.
World War One, the Admiralty had wanted nothing to do with submarines. They thought they were the most despicable thing.
Well, the Admiralty had their heads so far up each other's asses, they didn't recognize warfare advancing, and we want to keep it honorable and man to man. If you cannot see your enemy, how can you fight your enemy? And sorry, I got to give it to my German bloodlines for this one. We were like, fuck you.
Jared, you need a pin tech.
Can I just ask?
Now the job is to fight them without seeing them.
Is that Alan? Can I hear Alan?
Yes, you can.
Yes, Alan's
Hello,
here.
Alan.
Do we have more ship kills with nuclear submarines than you guys do? Since World War II. Well, since nuclear submarines.
Yeah,
We
what?
didn't have a nuclear submarine until the 50s.
No, yes. He's referring to the Falklands.
Yeah, the Falklands, you guys actually utilized your nuclear-powered submarines. The U.S. kind of hasn't in that way. Well,
They
wait.
found the elusive Canadian one.
I've seen a Canadian sub, and oh my god, I'm sorry for them.
Well, this Canadian sub, I believe, is of the line that took out the Titanic. You know.
Yeah.
Canadian subs still have oars.
Yeah.
No, they're made out of pyrite. What was it called?
Read
No,
that.
pike. What was it called?
Wait a
Alright,
minute.
If you ever feel useless, just remember that Spain
Sorry,
is
not
building
pyrite,
a submarine that is too heavy to float.
No, it was the concept of
yes.
making a giant aircraft carrier out of ice and sawdust or something like that.
Oh yeah, the pyrite thing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was reading out the meme for Coral because she was
Just
trying to read it.
Yeah, I cannot read it. It's way too dark
Black.
on a dark background. Just not working.
It's okay. Reading is hard. We get it.
Well,
Right?
Well,
Words
she is
are hard.
she is a postie, so there is
And I'm
that.
not wearing my glasses, so and this was story.
Wait, back to the previous one. Back to the previous one with Spain. A lot of people would actually think that, well, it's a submarine. It's not supposed to float. And it's like, how are you supposed to embark and disembark if you can't fucking surface?
Yes,
Magic,
submarines want
dumbass.
two states.
Magic.
Either we want positive
Duh.
buoyancy to stay on the surface or neutral buoyancy to drive around below.
Right.
You don't want negative buoyancy.
Negative buoyancy is
No.
only utilized between positive buoyancy and neutral buoyancy.
You gotta use the meat tubes.
That's right.
Big those meat tubes.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
That
wait,
is
hang
true.
on. Hang
That
on.
is true. That is true. It is true.
Well, I want to hear from our U-boat expert on this one. We had someone who was actually stationed in the German Navy. So, is this an accurate? Did this actually happen?
I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up.
Right?
It did. The history guy did an entire spiel on it. It sank because of its shitter.
That's
I
fantastic.
think that might have actually happened more than once.
More than once? It happened more than once? That's fantastic.
Wow.
Well, there goes your monetization, Jerry.
Oh, dude, it was gone as soon as we went live because of what we were talking about.
Hang on. Eric's got a picture of the toilet.
To put
Oh, hold
back
on.
in the shit out, you have to open this shit.
Oh no, that's there.
That's
the-
ours.
Yeah.
that's
What
the,
we actually used.
Put that Russia on it. Basically.
Oh no, I had porcelain, man. What are you talking about?
Well, that's because you were on a boomer.
Steel.
God
Go fuck the shitter. Yeah.
Yes, because I was on a boomer. I got.
You
And if
close
you
the
see a
lever,
sign
you
that
fill up a little
says
bit,
"caution, blowing sands,"
do not go in there and do not turn that up.
So yeah, I just looked it up. Apparently, in
Wait,
1945,
check that out.
Nearly
Check that out was
4
perfect.
But I had to do that.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
All right, so what you find, crew?
That's a Russian.
so yeah, in
submarine.
1945, a German U-boat malfunctioned because of a flushing toilet, and it surfaced off the coast of Scotland and was destroyed by British aircraft. Yeah,
Submarine destroyed because of poo poo.
because of poo-poo. Someone took a big shit,
That's
Never
fantastic.
and they got fucking destroyed.
Never dismiss a poo poo.
That's
Hey,
embarrassing, y'all.
it brings new meaning to the whole thing about blowing up the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Your torpedo got lodged.
It's an explosive shitter.
What did you like that one, Gary?
There's a
For as much as I've enjoyed tonight, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up Country Girl because if I'm late picking her up, yeah, I'm going to be in the shitter myself. So I prefer not to be in the shitter, especially since I'm got to drive to Texas tomorrow. So I will catch y'all next week.
All right, later.
Take care, man.
I'm gonna try.
I have to say I do miss this view quite a bit.
Right?
Any ship can be a submarine once.
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 Every ship can be a submarine once, yeah.
It'll go down. It'll never come back up.
It's fair, right? That's fair.
My head is red.
Has nuclear power plant and can go underwater. Doesn't have to see any other ships for months at a time.
Yep. Because it doesn't. It doesn't need diesel. It's running on nuclear, so it can.
Yeah. Well, and so that
Okay.
is the Typhoon, the Akula class from Russia. It's a missile boat. They go out and they become a hole in the water. That is their mission
isn't that-
profile.
Right, I was gonna say, isn't that its purpose? I guess I don't get the
The
meme.
mic is hot.
Basically,
Is it not a? Is it an informational meme and not a
Yeah.
funny meme?
yeah.
Okay,
It's one of those.
got
Now
it.
this is the
As long as
funny
we got
meme.
As long as we got power, we
Yes.
can make our own air and water. So you know.
Sounds good.
Here you go, Coral. This is the funny
Long,
meme.
hard. What is long, hard, and full of semen? A submarine.
Hey, I'll tell y'all
Arg,
something
arg,
funny. For those of you that don't watch my my gaming streams, the chatbot lady, all right? I have this chatbot lady, and she reads out, you know, what people type in the chat, so I don't have to constantly look at the chat anytime somebody wants to get my attention. Like King Crew knows, Jared knows, I'm sure Jay Brown knows about her and everything. Gary does. Nikki, I don't know if you've been to my gaming stream or not, but
I've been there several times. I just don't show up because it's too late.
so I play with people in Australia and New Zealand. That'd be Commander Darklight and Bella Charge. I play with those two guys, and one time somebody was saying, like, oh, it's not their fault. They're dealing with 200 milliseconds of lag. And when they type the MS, like, for whatever reason, they put it in all caps. And that was the first time we had a great time with this. Because when the M and S are in all caps, she reads it out as Mega Siemens. Not even kidding. So when that chat was read out, it was like, when it was read out, it was like, oh, you can't blame them. Or it was Bella that put it, I think. He was like, you can't blame me. I'm dealing with 200 Mega Siemens of lag.
Oh, no. Lag is honestly real when it comes to online games.
Yeah, that's the electric router. Yeah.
So, speaking of the chat, Rodent No Last Name just said, someone must make a sub meme out of OK Boomer. Dude, I'm ahead of you, and I already have it in mind. I just need to get the stock images to do it. Go ahead. Say it one more time. I dare you. Say it. OK Boomer.
How many Mega Siemens are you up to, team?
I only deal with 11 Mega Siemens in my gaming experience. I'm a very fortunate individual.
No.
Bella Charge and Commander Darklight average about 200 to 250 Mega Siemens every game. Poor guys.
Be experiencing at least
Average.
21 gigawatts of Mega Siemens.
Hey, holy hell. Jay, you need to push a button.
Which one?
Well,
I know which one. I'm just saying which one would you like out of all of them?
Ring my bell to be a special subscriber.
I do enjoy that one, but that wasn't the one that I had in mind, because we have a particular appearance in the chat.
Oh. Who's in chat?
Because I'm not paying attention to the chat.
You need to get the Reich one going.
Yeah, because the D was surprisingly large.
Or wait, we need.
It's our favorite Nazi.
That I'm
What's
not
up,
getting
buddy?
out again.
Yeah, it's you.
All right. Gary, you did warn him about some of our humor, right?
I did warn you. Yes, I did. But he is ex-Navy. He has got a filthy sense of humor. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at all.
Everything after ex-Navy was completely unnecessary. You could just be like, we know. Okay. Nothing offends him. We understand now.
Hello, Gail. So, well, the reason why I wanted to make sure to ask is because not everyone can handle that area of the humor that happens here. And there was someone who actually left the Discord server because one of my mods decided to make a comment that involved the Jews and a good shower.
Well, I can tell you a story. When we have been in the port once, a mate of mine, well, we have been in uniform and we wanked the dog off.
You're all lost for words now, aren't you?
Well, a combination, and I'm reading the reason why Gayo can't sleep tonight, and holy hell, dude.
Wait, what?
Well, hang on. Let me,
Multiple things going on at the same time.
Can I read this aloud so everyone is on the same page? Oh, Please say yes. Please say yes, because oh my. Okay. A little bit of background. Yes, Geo is German, but he is not living in Germany right now due to his continued educational and professional pursuits have taken him to Denmark. He hasn't taken over yet. Just give him enough time.
We're slowly getting there.
Okay. So I got permission to read. Okay, can't physically talk. It's 3:45 in the morning over here, and I don't want to disturb my neighbors. Just typing. I just called the cops about an hour ago. Some absolute morons in my apartment block, maybe around 3 dozen or so, decided to host a party. We're in a fucking pandemic. I really hate doing shit like this, but I felt forced to alert the authorities. Up until just a few weeks ago, I worked as a teacher. This is mandatory for all PhD students. As such, we have a responsibility to stay away from potential super spreader events. About half the people here in the apartment block are PhD students.
Oh no.
Anyways, cops came, detained a bunch of people, and seized all the audio equipment. Loudspeakers, CD players, everything.
Oh no.
Damn.
Just goes to show. Well, it goes to show, just because you're at a particular university level doesn't necessarily mean you're smart.
Right. Highlighted.
No, they just
We've
think
been
they're
doing the same
freaking
thing over
funny.
here in England, where people have been throwing parties for their baby's first birthday.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I kid you not. And they've been fined like £14,000 for it.
No, it was more than that. I thought it was more like £114,000.
It was a lot of money out there.
Everybody.
A lot of money. And what gives these people the right to think that they are exempt from everything? What makes them so fucking special? And it's not the first time, is it? In the past week, there's been probably 3 of these parties that have happened.
Yeah, sorry. I misread the number of zeros.
Oh, Alan, come on.
Wait, Alan, did you have did you pull a Nathan Oakley? Did you have a hard time converting the numbers?
10 to the 17 is a positive number, Alan. A negative number, Alan.
Sorry, I got it. I managed to read an extra 0 in there for some reason. I didn't multiply it by 10. I just read it they were written down.
Hey, Tim, are you there?
Wait. How can the Coast Guard ever remember what it felt like to be in the military? They stopped that shit in the 1940s.
I don't get it.
Fact. You're a fact.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me with that one on the rebuttal. Yeah, and again, Coasty, all the Marines?
Right. Your hands should never be anywhere in your, like, ever.
I just, I can understand, some pockets, but it's...
No.
Why even have pockets where your hands can go into them that close to...
Yeah, they should be sewed shut. Like
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, Coral, on the aircraft carrier. If you are regularly working on the flight deck, you are issued camo pants instead of the regular utility pants, and all your pockets are sewn shut.
Yeah. For sure.
Here we go.
It's Coast Guard Karen.
You can't beat pocket snooker.
Yeah.
I need to see your man.
As an electronics tech, we were actually actively encouraged to have our hands in our pockets while working.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Because-
There better be combat pay.
Because it's,
Hey, Jay.
because it's a lot better than sticking your
Yeah,
fingers
Tuck.
in.
Oh God, hang on.
Wait, we're missing the Coast Guard here. It's supposed to be fabulous.
Yes. Where's that one?
Oh,
Sorry, no Coastie in that one.
I always forget about the Coast Guard.
Oh, Coral. Thank you for what you did, by the way.
What's that?
Thank you for what you did with Bull.
Hey, no problem. It meant a lot to be able to do it, so.
Yeah.
Coral.
And fuck the haters. Fuck them.
Oh, yeah.
You did a good thing.
oh, you mean like the message that's in the upper left-hand corner right now?
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
them.
what's the, what is, am I missing something? Am I not seeing it?
I had this one up here. The port arms.
No,
Am I doing it right? That's so funny.
no, I have a particular message that is going to stay on stream for a while now, to a
Oh, do I
particular
need to-
person saying, "I have a great idea. Go
All right,
fuck
hold on, let me
yourself."
go look.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
I
hold on, let me
second
go
that.
look. Let me pull it
No,
up.
this one puts the Coast Guard in a positive light. We can't actually have this one up.
Can't do that one then.
Yeah, it's not allowed on air this week.
But what?
There you go. 5 seconds.
It's not like it's monetized anyway.
That's so funny.
I beg to differ on the Air Force one.
It,
Right.
The Air Force.
You know what? I think it
I
was.
was gonna say
I think it was Mute Donkey who made this one.
it's
Well, I was
almost
gonna
good, but like they're yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It would be
it's-
It'd be funnier if it was if it was the person at GameStop offering you credit for your games.
that would have been funny.
That would be much more accurate.
Especially with everything else on there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, but-
That's a true meme. Like seriously.
It's not wrong.
Nope.
It's not wrong. Yeah, it's like exactly it too. That's so true.
That's
dude.
not right.
Like, you ain't looking at me.
Aww. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long, with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing. That's
so true.
We had
Yeah,
that
but-
in a workshop in the place I used to work. That was there on a placard in our workshop,
Love it.
and we used to do anything with nothing.
Come on, staging for an episode of NCIS is not making you the military.
Wrote it no last name.
hang on, hang on for a second,
Last
Jay.
name?
I'm going to pin tech for a moment while Coral gets ready to read that super chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right, you ready?
boy. And go for it.
All right. Rodent, no last name for $5 said, since I work with an at-risk population, I'm in line for vax soonish. Hope the rest of you get in the near future. Hells yeah.
Already got mine.
Oh, that's
I got
awesome.
mine already.
That's awesome.
So for those who are wondering what we're looking at, here's a nice flow chart of the enlisted rank structure in the U.S. Navy. In the upper left-hand corner, you have the wonderful lowly E1, bottom of the food chain. bottom right, you have the E9, the Master Chief, the one with nothing ahead of him, nothing going for him, and a promotion to achieve at this point.
Unless he wants to shoot for Fleet Master Chief and all that stuff. But
yeah, you know. Fleet Force Command, but it doesn't really change your pay by doing that. So
no, it doesn't.
But where's the warrant officer on that?
They don't exist. Have you ever
Where's
seen one?
So Navy warrant law, U.S. Navy warrant officers aren't enlisted though.
Wait, hold on.
Warrant officers are unicorns. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Did somebody say that warrant officers exist? I have a response to that.
Bullshit.
We had lots of warrant officers, but
bullshit.
Your warrant officer is actually the equivalent of our chiefs, so that's the thing.
No, I'm pretty sure our warrant officers were the same as your warrant officers.
No. It's a little bit. Well, sort of.
In some circumstances, yes, but generally speaking, the British military's equivalent of a warrant officer is the senior enlisted of the U.S. military, like E8, E9. And
a live look at Uni's house.
Oh god. Oh god. And also the warrant officer pay grades on the U.S. Navy side. U.S. Navy warrant officers, you actually have to achieve the rank of E7 in an enlisted rating as one of the criteria to be eligible to be commissioned as a warrant officer. So they're like limited duty officers on steroids, in that highly specialized in what they are actually assigned to do and where they're assigned, and so fucking marvelous you rarely see them.
This kind of will see you where the comparisons are, like the Royal Navy and the U.S. Navy, for example. So, like, all our chiefs are all like the kind of the equivalent of your warrant officer class. Well, I should say our senior chiefs and higher are kind of the equivalent of your warrant officer class 2s and class 1s.
Yeah.
Whereas our warrant officers are actually commissioned officers in the Navy, well, with the exception of the few W1s we have working in crypto in cyber warfare.
Yeah. Yes. In the Royal Air Force, a warrant officer would be the equivalent of an E9.
Interesting.
I have a good one to share, Jared, when we're ready. Just let me know.
And go for it.
Yeah, right? We're here!
So true.
And here's the really fun part. At the time that picture was taken, go back one.
Mexican Coast
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. But so in this image here, at the time this picture was taken, there is only one branch of the U.S. military not in the image, the Army. Because you got the Navy with the Zumwalt, and Navy, Marines, and Air Force are all F-35 operators. And then we got the Coast Guard right there.
Coast Guard looks like it's...
Well, the Department of Homeland Security had to get a cameo, so...
Yes.
Now back to the important matters of us discussing things.
That was a C variant, though, so technically that was just Navy.
Nice.
That's fantastic, yes.
Nay. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
But there are times they can't help, like with the Andrea Gale, unfortunately.
Right. Puddle Pirates, yep.
Yes, Coast Guard is our beloved Puddle Pirates.
That's true.
I like turtles. I do like turtles.
You should have seen that one.
You know what's funny is I could see a team doing this when he's playing Call of Duty.
Hey,
I believe it.
Hey, you dress good, you feel good. You feel good,
looks
you play
good.
good.
He looks good.
I'm excited.
So is it true that the RAF still uses Spitfires? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
you
I
illegal
thankfully got out before that happened.
Well, I'm pretty sure
It
all
didn't
of
last
us.
long.
Yeah. The idea lasted what, 6 months? Maybe that.
Not even that.
It was just so fucking stupid. I mean, even the reasoning was fucking dumb.
Wait. 85. Okay, what movie is that?
Yeah, Finest Hours. I've never even heard of it.
Is that even real?
I mean, right? That's what I was like. Is it? I've never heard of it.
It probably is. Oh God, they're doing a Coming to America too.
Yeah, it's an
feel
Amazon
like-
Prime.
Maybe we need to do this
I
for
know.
like terrible movie night.
The Coast Guard makes a daring rescue attempt off the coast of Cape Cod after a pair of oil tankers are destroyed during the blizzard of '52.
All right.
Yeah, 2016 film.
I'm interested with Chris Pine.
They didn't have enough fun working together on that which shall not be named of another timeline.
It doesn't. Well, now that timeline we can talk about.
We just choose not to.
Exactly.
Family though?
No, we can because I mean, I will give Bad Reboot this. They were at least upfront with what they were planning on doing from the beginning.
Yeah, they did revert and not. They said they were trying to make new stories, yet they still managed to
Copy every
encapsulate-
single one of the original series.
Yeah,
They were good popcorn flicks.
Yeah, I like them.
yeah, I could give them that.
Right?
They were entertaining. I mean,
I would burn them underway if I had
They
no other
did.
choice.
They didn't fit. They didn't fit that Star Trek feel to me, but I mean, they were good. They were good otherwise. I mean,
Alan, have you got any swordfish planes on your thing there?
Not in this. Not
Get the swordfish up. Swordfish fishes up. Yes. I'm sorry. I've had about 4 bottles of wine tonight. I'm very, very fucking drunk.
Wow. What type of wine are you drinking?
I think you might.
Italian red, actually.
Italian Italian Chianti.
As well as a Lancaster.
Hey,
too.
I've done that. It sucked.
Yeah.
What do you mean it
that does
sucks?
suck.
You fucking Philistine.
I think he's referring to the image on the screen.
The image, yeah.
There you go.
you go it as a non-rate. You could pick whatever you.
Oh God. Yeah. See,
I couldn't finish that sentence. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm putting this one on my Tinder. Oh my God.
Wow. In the working uniform as a slick sleeve with the fucking training rifle.
Yep.
It's so bad.
He's a real badass.
But
Yeah, let's zoom in on this one a bit.
What the fuck?
Okay, I can't read. Let's see what we got.
Ooh, you got it.
Virgin U.S. Navy
I can't read that. I'm too drunk.
crashes billion-dollar warships into cargo boats due to lack of sleep and poor eyesight.
Eyesight.
Okay,
Dress
so this is
uniform.
Losing stock of the entire U.S. military. Women think of him more than of a child than a man when he wears it. Only manages to snag 2 second-world prostitutes and strippers who want a green card. Laughs at the cape. Overreacts to the wind every time he steps outside. Slashed back to carrying 24 mandatory uniforms, only here because Air Force recruiters wasn't in his office. Complains about pay, but spends 90% of earnings on booze to soothe alcoholism and chronic depression.
That last one is very accurate.
yeah. The 24 mandatory uniforms is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, so I think this is where the meme kind of went off the rails, because while the Coast Guard has 3 uniform types, I'm sure there wasn't one of each in your sea bag.
No.
I have many of each.
Well, and that's what. Well, this is what I'm getting to is there weren't 24 variations of uniforms in the U.S. Navy sea bag.
No.
Oh, dear.
But we had 5.
But I did go to the NES
Yeah.
and buy a shit ton of extras.
And we had 6 base uniforms, and a number of them we had multiples of. Well, actually, all of them we did.
Oh dear, oh dear. Too funny.
Death grip, ready for Mexican drug cartels 24/7, continued to
But the
serve.
USS Wasp has only really crashed into one
Edging government
cargo
shutdown.
ship when I was there.
Appearance. Japanese schoolgirls don't emulate his dress blues.
Hey, those Japanese girls do look cute in the dress uniform.
Damn right, man.
Yeah. No, crew, you mentioned the Wasp only hitting one
Maybe it was
one
two.
cargo ship.
So the one we hit, we were pulling out of port.
Well-
And we backed into it.
Nice. Well, in my time on the Kitty Hawk, we didn't hit any other ship. We hit a couple hurricanes.
Yeah, we hit two. Yeah,
Just say it.
at the same
There were a
time.
couple of ships that took out
You
a couple
sailed
of
into a
years.
hurricane, Jared. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Oh no, this was good old. I'm not gonna say his
When
name.
you got 80-foot swells, yeah, everyone's throwing up.
Didn't you have radar on that boat? Come
No.
on.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
Hi,
Gary.
y'all.
Gary.
Raid what? No.
No, Gary.
Radar.
The thing.
You think people pay attention to the radar? Are you kidding me?
The thing with our captain is he did not like pulling into port early unless someone above him told him to. So he was given the opportunity to pull into Australia early because of a typhoon, and he was like, "No, we're good." So we rode the edge of the typhoon for 3 days while the 2 small boys that stayed out with us were fucking pissed off, and we damaged a couple of the major antennas.
So,
Whoops.
while that was happening, Jared, how was the food?
Oh, the food was actually pretty decent, and I slept like a fucking baby.
Fuck
Right?
you, the crew was coming out hard.
See, that's the thing. Rough seas never bothered me. Being out in the ocean never bothered me.
Me neither. But when you're with 80-foot swells, it sucks.
Oh,
King,
dude,
king,
I was
king,
running up and down the ladder wells at that because I was getting the timing to where I could go up an entire ladder well segment in 2-3 steps, all because of the timing.
Oh yeah,
You got
go,
lucky.
You just gotta,
Try walking around with those fucking knee knockers. Yeah, it's a bitch.
we had
When you're
some
trying to
break their leg.
Orientate yourself.
Why complain? Why complain? Why complain?
Wait,
You were in a damn submarine. I don't hear nothing from you.
You haven't lived till you've been at 150 feet getting wave slaps on your bow planes.
It just sounds like a fun night. Whoppered.
You know, to be fair, submarines aren't completely immune to hurricanes until we get up below like 250 feet.
Yeah, see, and that's what my dad told me is when I when I mentioned that I was going to be aviation, he just chuckled. He's like, "Yeah, enjoy the rough seas." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, we just go deeper." Fucking asshole.
That's a good point.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, you get down there deep, but you get down deep enough, it's like glass.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like the fun story we had was when we had the hurricane hit Virginia, we all went out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the submarines got to play by the seashore because we could stay down deep enough that the hurricane technically really wouldn't affect us. But when we'd surface to do kind of our look around or get close to the surface and do our look around, 3/4 of our submarine got seasick.
Wait, hold on, Nikki. What was you in?
Fast Tech?
She was on a flight to Los Angeles.
Because I'm thinking we might have been in at the same time. Because I remember that hurricane.
I remember after I got out, I came home. There was, what was it? Hurricane Sandy or Sally, the one that totally fucked with New York and southern New England. A number of the boats in Groton, they were like, no, we're not leaving. We're staying here at the pier. And they bottomed at the pier.
Dang. But so wait, Nikki, you were stationed in Virginia.
Yep.
What years were you there?
2011, 2012.
Okay, yeah, no, you were there after me. All right.
Yeah, it was the second hurricane.
Yeah.
There has been others.
Yeah. The one that came right
No, there hasn't. Those were CGI.
No, they were targeted by HARP.
Thought it was Jewish space lasers.
Whoa, is that an actual officer helping with the ship's load?
Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody has to help.
Yeah.
Not
everybody has. Oh, in the Coast Guard, everybody's got to help. There's only 200 of us on the ship.
Well,
everybody's
some
got
of our
to get
JOs
help.
did help. Some of our JOs did help. They carried down their own sea bags.
If you have,
The only JO that ever did anything on our boat, not kidding on this, was our fucking supply officer.
I can't make that comment only because, well, our supply officer was a lieutenant. So.
Our supply officer was a butter bar.
Oh God!
In other words, our supply officer wasn't a JO, so I can't even say.
Oh my goodness.
He tattooed the Latin slogan.
But he did it wrong.
But he got it
backwards. He got it backwards.
He'd have to put it like on top of each other. Like
what an idiot.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know. That's why it's a meme.
He's a BM. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's a Bolson's mate too. So.
Sweet Jesus.
Well
All right,
played,
let's see.
sir. Well played.
The Coast Guard memes on that one.
There was a few good ones.
Yeah.
I still think the best ones are the shut the fuck up, Carls.
What have I missed? More fucking
Everything.
A lot.
Everything.
Just
Tim's
memes.
been away playing with his fucking meat tubes.
Memory.
You missed Coral grabbing her guns.
That's right.
Oh shit.
Where's your
Dipped out there, team. You fucking dipped out there, man.
Hey, team.
Yeah.
Are you eating your meat now?
Yes, I am. I was ground beef and noodles with beef broth, and it's I put 3 pounds of
broth?
meat inside of the no milk. I don't do dairy at
Oh,
all.
come on, team. There's some connotations there. Fucking beef broth.
But it's really good. It's super meaty, and I slow cook my meat so that I can grind it up into like almost like powdery meat, you know, when it's cooked. So when it's mixed in with the broth and everything, it's just has a real nice consistency.
That
actually
sounds
tastes
gross.
amazing.
It sounds
pretty.
Tastes.
It sounds pretty gross to me. But then again,
It does
I
sound
am.
pretty gross.
Gross.
Meat, bro. Dude,
Team,
be a real man.
You are a degenerate.
Have
You
yourself
know.
a steak.
But I'm
Like
wondering
your
though if
pizza.
it would work with like TVP or something like that. If it's like
Pineapple.
similar to that instead of.
What's
Yeah.
TVP?
No. Pizza and pineapple.
Alan,
What's TVP?
Oh, textured vegetable protein. It's something that we use sometimes for instead of ground beef.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not tofu, I can't do tofu.
Textured meat protein.
What's that?
You like your meat protein, don't you? Textured meat protein.
No, I'm eating actual beef. I'm eating the real thing.
But beef broth, come on. That's got
Well, it's just like it's just like some beef powder with water. I mean, it's
Oh.
dehydrated beef. It's dehydrated beef that you just add water to, basically,
Ugh.
with some onions and pepper.
He got into a lot of trouble.
You need team,
my
you need Bovril.
I need what?
Bovril.
What is that?
It's kind of like Marmite, which I know you fucking hate. But it's
Marmite.
Bastard.
What is Marmite? It sounds like
You
Just
don't want to
don't-
know. It's fucking
You
disgusting.
don't want to know.
It's the sickest thing you ever had in your life. Whoever
Oh,
invented it needs to be shot.
It's a yeast byproduct.
Marmite on toast with melted
Fuck
cheese.
you. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
get the fuck out of here.
You can even cook with it. You can make lovely sauces with it.
It's
Even milk
fucking
as a
disgusting.
fucking
I grew up in
corn,
London,
you
England,
can
man. I
do
know it's fucking disgusting. It's
not.
nasty.
Marmite is lovely.
You're a sick man.
Wait,
You need
wait,
help.
wait. Hang on.
Sick individual.
Hang on.
If you make a curry and put
Yeah.
spoonfuls of Marmite in a curry, it is amazing.
Do I need to
It's
get a
so-
hold? Do I need to get a hold of MC Toon to get him in here to moderate
Yes.
this debate
To
between
moderate
Gary
this?
and crew?
Yes, you do, Jared.
Look, Marmite is basically dog shit with a bit of bitterness to it. That's all it is.
Oh,
It's fucking
Yeah,
nasty.
Bit of
I
stuff.
can't do either one. I can't do Vegemite or Marmite.
It's disgusting.
Do that.
this is Team in the Barracks all those years ago.
Get
It's
MC
a
Toon to
brilliant
moderate.
use
Jared,
of
do
a
it.
product
to get a booty.
because it's made. It's made from a product that you get from brewing beer.
Exactly, Alan. Exactly. And what can go wrong?
Hold
with
on.
that?
My poop is a product I get from eating
Exactly.
food. Okay, there's nothing good about eating poop,
Mm-mm.
but there's just because it comes from the food that I ingested means nothing.
No, it's disgusting.
No. You have no idea. Marmite and
Bro,
cheese.
I've had Marmite when I was in London. It's disgusting.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. You did it wrong. You
I
must
did it wrong. Oh, my bad.
come on, Kingy. You know.
Marmite on your dick, mate.
Gary,
I went in the wrong hole. My bad.
Gary, are there any therapists near you that I can pay for you to go visit?
Sadly not.
So
Makes sense.
and it
Explains a lot.
doesn't pay for that. So
Oh dear. Do you know what, team? When you did that fucking Vegemite thing, that was hilarious. But you have to try Marmite. It's so much better than Vegemite.
At least the Coast Guard doesn't do this, Coral.
Alan,
How
what
the
do you
Air
think
Force
of Marmite?
when their Wi-Fi goes out.
Everything's on fire and they're savages.
Better than you.
Yes,
Gotcha.
we are savages.
I'm pretty sure that's everyone.
I love these shroot. These shroot memes are great.
Yeah, lightning.
Because you can actually hear it in his voice when he does it too.
Yeah, and it's true. Be it PT or flight ops. Oh crap! Lightning's too close. Shut it down.
Oh god, I hated flight ops as a fucking BM. Pain in my ass.
That's a close enough comparison, I guess.
Well, hang on. So I will agree with this one on this one caveat. The Air Force is in reference to the Army here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. About right. I like it.
Hey, you lost the word, Jared.
I'm going through the entire list, and
Are you seeing it in your head?
I am, and
it's-
there's only one there is only one platform on this image that I have not heard in person, and that's the Nighthawk.
Well, to be honest, this picture has given me wood, so yeah, there is that.
Wait till it gives you steel.
The Nighthawk doesn't sound very much different to any other fast jet, to be honest, Jared.
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell the difference in the engine.
Swordfish.
Is that what you're looking at right this minute, or you want me to find you more swordfish?
Swordfish. Show us the swordfish.
You can do it.
What's your obsession with swordfish?
His favorite aircraft from that era.
Oh Jesus!
It sunk the fucking Bismarck, for fuck's sake.
You know what? Screw your swordfish. How about that? And your Marmite.
A German friend here. He was in the Kriegsmarine. And sunk the fucking Bismarck with a fucking biplane.
Is
Well,
that from the air?
Oh God! Please pull the trigger.
Oh, God, please pull the trigger. That's almost as bad as the girl who puts her eye right up to the fucking sniper scope, and she's like doesn't have it on her shoulder or anything.
Yeah.
And she's just
Well,
like,
now I
"Yep,
was
you're
gonna say,
lose your eye there."
and the stock was over her shoulder.
Yeah, it was over her shoulder.
Legit though, my very
that was
first
a funny
time
one.
shooting a rifle was literally knocked me on my ass because I had no idea what I was doing. And he didn't warn me or anything. He was like, okay. And so he called me in front. He's like, you're gonna demonstrate how to do it. I said, oh. And I had no idea what I was doing. First time ever shooting a rifle ever. And he didn't warn me about kick or nothing. Landed flat on my ass. I had no idea. Just completely
Nice.
right on my ass.
I can visualize you flat on your ass.
I had
Brown.
no idea.
Yeah, what's up?
Go find the gif. Go find the gif of the Arabian guy shooting the elephant gun. That's appropriate for her story.
As somebody who regularly trains novice shooters to shoot rifles, I think shit like that is really bad. People just shouldn't.
But
do it.
doesn't the Royal Navy, don't they still use muskets?
No.
Flintlocks.
No,
Musket.
crew, you're thinking of the Polish Navy.
You're thinking
Oh, that's right. My bad.
a long, long time ago. Yeah. We've got
Yeah.
Gucci guns and things.
Yeah, didn't the British lose their empire too?
No, there's no empire anymore.
Wait.
Empire is fucking dead.
Did they lose it or did they wave it goodbye?
Wave goodbye.
Yes.
With a feather in our caps and a pines in our hands.
Well, I'd gladly
Oh, there it is. There it is for you, team. Do you want to be a pirate? Because that's how you become a pirate.
That is how you become a pirate. Yes, that is
Yarr.
true. This is factually correct right here. That's how you
Yes.
become a pirate.
That's how you become a pirate.
But team, how did you become a butt pirate?
A butt pirate?
Put the end where the eye is on your other eye. And then pull the trigger.
And then pull the trigger.
Team is the expert. He would know.
You need to
Okay.
find the one with the T-Rex gun.
What's this?
Okay, so that's a regular rifle. Okay.
Yep. Lean forward.
Go on.
Right.
Okay. Uh-huh.
He's actually okay. Got it. Mm-hmm. See, that would be
Uh-huh.
helpful if you start with that.
Yeah, stance matters.
Yes.
Not the one you were looking for, team, but I thought.
No. There's one that's
But that was
right at a gun range.
Find the
Just like
video. Oh, hold on. Find the video of the people shooting the T-Rex gun.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow. Oh, what's tech showing now? In conducting our due diligence, you will see that System Bravo clearly has more buttons than Alpha, making it far and away our favorite. Yeah, that sounds like the Appropriations Committee.
Hey,
Right.
Jay.
College screen.
I'm sending you a link on oh man, wait, hold on. Let me
Hey,
see.
Tech. So B would be your fire control system. A would have been mine.
Play that, Jay Brown. Play that.
Okay.
You should have seen the one before mine. It looked like something from Star Trek, and I don't mean the Next Generation.
Oh, come on. Who's got fucking videos of silly cunts with rifles?
I
Incoming.
Come on.
Thoughts by Jay Brown's about to put something up on screen, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Just let this play. It's like a 6-minute video. There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
Rewind it though, Jay.
That's the video.
That's you, Coral.
It's gonna be me.
Is that you, Coral?
Oh my god! Oh,
Like, why didn't you tell me about the kick?
I think
broke
that
the window.
Broke the window.
I think it dislocated his shoulder. Go
I
back.
was gonna say,
Go back.
his
Yeah.
shoulder was back so far. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So go back to the beginning and just slowly play. Watch his shoulder. Watch his shoulder. Yeah. We need to go. Go. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, do it in slow mo. Yeah.
And oh, come on. This is
This
is what caught my attention. That's what caught my attention.
That's a bad day.
Look, he hits the wall.
You think so?
Oh,
And then he lifts his hand up like, why didn't y'all tell me it was gonna kick?
And that's the second break in the glass in the door.
even that
All right.
guy.
So that gun is the 5.77 Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh God, let's.
Oh,
Idiot.
yeah.
Jeez.
Dropping it. Just
Jeez.
the response is drop it. Like, oh,
That was a big dude too, right there.
yeah, it is. Even he's like, damn. They knock you on your ass.
Oh,
Look
God,
at this.
this is.
Oh. At least
You go,
it's,
"Hello, Habibi."
it's like something
Knocked
that you
off.
oh my god.
Oh. Little people like me don't fire big guns like that.
He landed in the
Jeez.
chair.
It knocked his shoes off.
God, that's making my holder shirt.
That's it.
Look at him. He's fucking.
That's making my shoulder hurt just watching. Jeez.
Come on, yo.
Now what? Okay, it's
They've got zero trigger discipline.
not just that.
None whatsoever.
I'm
Amazing.
wondering what round that weapon is using.
Good question.
I'm linking a
Judging by
video.
the size of it, it's probably a bloody 303.
No, I'll actually link the name of that. But the name of the gun's in the video I just linked in the internal chat.
The round that they're firing is a Ford F-350.
Oh god, and this
All
one.
the time I was a 720 meat tube. My bad.
Oh, this one is so true as well. And with that, gentlemen, the Continental Navy is hereby created. We just got a report of our first Liberty incident.
The 5.77 Tyrannosaurus gun. That's what it's called.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering about the round, not the weapon itself.
I think it's a .57 caliber.
Oh, nice. So even bigger than the BMG.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw this one earlier.
Yeah, a buddy of mine showed me that gun, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is like so awesome."
What caliber is the T-Rex gun? Let's see.
And also the
76 millimeter.
That'll put a hole in your ass for sure.
Millimeter.
That's 3 inch.
Oh, speaking of
So that's
gun
literally.
calibers.
Hold on, that's literally the gun that would be basically possible to lift your 70 Sam off the ground.
Does anybody have any Taliban rocket launcher fails? Rocket propel grenade fails?
5.77.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh
there's
wait, have
plenty
you
of them.
guys seen the what's
I'm
it,
sure
the
somebody must have
ISIS
something.
Damn.
The
fuck,
interview.
no, it's the ISIS Stolen Valor. That shit is funny as fuck.
No, I've never seen that.
Well, hang on. Anyone who claims to be ISIS has got to be committing stolen valor.
True. But this shit is it rips apart all these other fucking Stolen Valor shits, but with ISIS. It's too goddamn funny. See if I can find it for you guys.
Well, go for it.
I was gonna say what started this whole show off with that House resolution bill. The lady who proposed this bill said that the AR-15 was a 50 caliber gun.
She's a moron.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
She's fucking retarded.
I purposely was holding on to that information for you-ish to be out of here before.
I remember seeing that though. She said it in an interview, right?
Yeah, she said it in
like
an interview. That's where the thumbnail for my latest video came from, is from that interview.
Hey, Gary, I did reply to your DM on Discord.
And they supposedly weigh as much as 10 moving boxes too.
Of course they do.
10 moving boxes full of what?
Yeah, fluff.
Just the moving boxes, nothing in
Why?
there.
No, hang on. Serious question.
Just folded up boxes, yeah.
Serious question. How does someone like this get elected into an office where they could then author such legislation?
She's from the 18th district of Texas. We could ask team.
Oh God, no, please
She
don't.
Remember, they represent their constituents.
Well, I don't live in the 18th district. I live in the 69th.
Of course you do, team.
Of course you do.
Well, he does live in Dallas, so.
I don't know if the 18th district's out here. We don't have a lot of morons like that around here.
Well, and that's exactly my point, is a lot of the people that you could ask of, hey, why did you vote for this person? And you are a resident of their thing. And it's like, well, I didn't vote for them. I voted for the other guy. And it's like, then how the fuck do these idiots keep getting into office?
I mean,
Yeah.
it works.
You live near a whole bunch of morons.
Green.
Yes, maybe delayed.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't make me laugh. It makes me cough, and I've got a terribly bad cough at the moment. You bastards.
Shall we play a game?
Fred nods, yes, and that is the absolute most hilarious thing I ever saw.
Oh my god! But and how she was trying to get a question answered, and the admiral comes back with, "I'm sorry, that's classified." Well, I don't think it should be. And the other voice on the side is, "Sorry, madam, you don't get to determine what's classified or not."
Well, that was that Australian Senate hearing where they were discussing the submarine. Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen that one. It's quite entertaining.
Like, oh my god, lady.
I just love how she.
That was
I just love how the question.
grilling a admiral or something about the submarines, the nuclear submarines.
Yeah. She also kept confusing and not understanding. Like she kept thinking that nuclear. Well, she kept confusing the pump jet with
That's
the type
right.
of
That's
power
right.
rather than propulsion.
Yeah,
Hold on a second. I have it right here.
That was hilarious. Has anybody got that? Can you put that clip up, because that was bloody fun. There you go.
Right here.
I recognize her immediately.
Play
Oh, is this where the like admiral or whatever is sitting there and he's like correcting her? Yeah, this is
Time
priceless.
prior to that, did you do investigations into subs around other submarines? How many months prior to signing that contract? How much time and effort was put in by the Defence Force in looking at other subs that were available prior to the short fin Barracuda?
As much as was
We commenced
required.
the evaluation process in 2015, and work on other options had been proceeding from about 2011. So
The-
about 4 years of work looking at various.
I love the
options,
smugness that he has in this here.
I love it when he
Montreal
says that's classified.
involved columns.
Well, it's not just smugness. It's
With the
you're an
short
idiot.
fin Barracuda, you've signed a contract with the Naval Group, which is a French firm, with regards to it. Did you specifically go looking for a diesel submarine, or what was the base? What were you looking for?
The competitive evaluation process was for a conventionally powered submarine. That's a diesel electric submarine, Senator.
Was it
Not any other form of submarine.
so? Was it based on for a pump jet sub that you basically
It was based on what we were looking for, was based on the best solution that 3 international participants within the competitive evaluation process could offer to meet Australia's capability requirements. We did not specify to any of the participants the form of solution it should take, the form of the submarine. It was up to those international participants to present their design and their design capabilities, more importantly, to meet Australia's capability requirements for its future submarine.
you didn't have you didn't want a nuclear sub? That was completely out of the equation?
A nuclear submarine was not in consideration, and government policy was that we would acquire a conventionally powered submarine as the future submarine.
So you were either looking at a pump jet or you were looking at diesel.
I think you're confusing Senator as being a nuclear powered submarine versus what is in fact a conventionally powered submarine. A pump jet is a form of propulsion. It's not a form of power for the submarine. So what it is, in fact, is a form of propulsion that fits to the back of the submarine. And rather than taking the form of a conventional propeller, it takes the form of a shrouded rotor with a set of stators in there that in operation creates thrust through the water.
So that wasn't exactly layman's terms, but it's pretty close, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at least I understood it, and I don't understand most of that.
Oh, but go on to the classified bit.
The basic premise of that was very fancy talk.
Right?
Pretty much.
All right. Then with the short fin barracuda, how are they run? On what?
So I think getting to the point that we're trying to make here is that the proposal offered by France included a pump jet.
So it is pump jet. So you're going pump jet.
The proposal
But you didn't want, but the design you've come up with is, this is why you've chosen them as the design to go with the pump jet. So it's not propellers, is it?
The proposal offered by France included a pump jet, and that's the proposal that we've accepted. And a pump jet remains on offer, and that's what we intend to use for the future submarine.
And that's why you chose France.
No,
naval
that is
route
not.
to-
That is not alone why we chose France. There are a number of things, and I'm on record as providing testimony at the Senate of the number of things that we considered in the selection of Naval Group as our international partner. There are a range of.
All right, let me see if I can find the one where they go into the classified.
Oh, it's just later in this.
Yeah, it's just where later. Though. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
What's more efficient, a pump jet propulsion
Pump jet.
system or a propeller?
Pump jet, yeah.
Why
But
is
it's
the
just
lady?
amazing how stupid she is.
But why was she like so upset over this pump jet?
Because she's
Because
a fucking moron. Play it on.
Well,
Play it on till they get to the classified bit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not so much. It's also not so much like propulsion efficiency. The pump jet.
Cavitation.
Yeah. The primary area of cavitation on a screw is on the basically the far edge, and using
And when
like
you
shrouded
say-
screws or
hold
pump
on.
jets, it's
Hold on, back up. What's cavitation?
cavitation is when you have basically something that's moving through the water so fast that it actually makes the water molecules split into hydrogen and oxygen a little bit and creates little bubbles. And those little
Okay.
bubbles popping sound make noise.
Okay.
And noise is how
So-
you track a submarine.
Yeah.
And
so-
Got it.
cavitation decreases.
And I
the
do know that
efficiency of
submarines
the-
have very specific noises that you can tell what type of submarine it is from the noise. It's like a vocal match, right?
Yeah, if everybody on that sub is talking in Russian, then it's probably a Russian submarine. You're right.
Well, no, what
And neither
that's
confirm
more
nor deny if our sonar is that good.
go watch Subbrief. Great channel. He goes into real great depth about that, and he'll even say, "Yeah, no, I can't talk about that system."
Hey,
All right, here we go.
Jared, all you have to do, just go watch down Periscope.
Down Periscope, yeah.
Greatest
That shit
naval
was pretty
documentary ever made.
Go
Yeah.
watch Hunt for Red October, and everything they talked about, and most of the stuff they talked about in Sonar in there,
Wrong.
fucking fake as heck. They was wrong.
Yeah. It's funny.
Well, Hunt for
Funny.
October, they were like, yeah, they heard a sound like, dude, I know what submarine that is. Like, really?
The computer is telling us it's this.
It's this. It's so it was on TV, so it must be true.
Right? Totally.
That's how this works.
Well, it'll
Well,
tell
this
them
is
the
stupid,
type,
kid.
just not which individual ship.
Nuh-uh, you
Jets.
know exactly where it is
Pump
and
jet
exactly
into
who
the
it
sub.
came from.
Is it true that pump jet submarines can only stay underwater for 20 minutes?
Yep, here it is.
No, Senator.
What?
I do not know what you're referring to about pump jet submarines remaining underwater for 20 minutes. Can I just be clear again? A pump jet is a form of propeller. It has no bearing on how deep a submarine can go, how long it can stay underwater. They are matters that pertain to the platform design of the submarine.
What about a diesel sub? So we are going.
We are
diesel,
going to
so-
buy diesel
so the
electric
barrack-
submarines, and I can assure you, Senator, they're going to stay underwater for much longer than 20 minutes. We have
3
our-
days. For 3 days. What's
I'm not going to reveal what our requirements are for submerged endurance. That is classified. But
I don't think it's classified because actually
Senator
this is
Hanson, you
this.
don't get to make the call on what's classified and unclassified in this conversation.
So you.
Her face being pulled off like that was great.
Yeah, I love how she says that. I don't think this is classified. Fuck you mean you don't think this is classified? Get
Right.
the fuck out of here.
Did you see her face afterwards, though? She was
It's
like,
like, fuck you, you cunt.
She's the redheaded Karen.
Yeah, Karen was elected to the Australian Senate. Yeah.
So you can't disclose, which is knowledge of how long a diesel can stay underwater compared to what a nuclear sub can stay underwater.
A diesel-electric submarine can stay underwater depending on the way it's designed. So that refers to matters about the size of the battery, the manner in which the hotel load, which is the power that is consumed by the submarine when it's operating, is used, and so forth. There are a number of factors that go into the period of time that a diesel-electric submarine can remain submerged, Senator.
How long are you willing to use a snorkel for?
In case everybody's wondering here, I work with HR a lot, so basically I'm the admiral most days of the week.
Like, he's trying to keep it together. He has so much disdain in his voice too. He does not want to be there. He does not want to be trying to explain submarines to this lady like she's in kindergarten. It's just it's kind of beautiful.
I really wish I could have been elected to their Senate when this was going on, because I would have just been like, really? You don't understand this?
Wait, you're trying to ask what?
I'm not a sub person, but I mean, he's pretty clear on the stance of the reason why they bought this particular design and why they're buying a certain type of sub.
Well, no, but it's not still underwater for 20 minutes. So.
Let me repeat that this has absolutely nothing to do. It has only something to do with propulsion. So why do you keep talking about it, lady? Like,
I mean, World War II diesel boats.
I feel your pain.
Submerged for a while.
Yeah. You know, I think Mark Beiser actually pulled this quote from the Admiral at a different point in this whole whole process. Senator, if you will cut us a check for a few $1 billion more than we were authorized to spend, we would love to buy a nuclear submarine.
So that was her biggest tiff, is she wanted nuclear and they went with diesel, and he's like, well, that was what we were told we were
not actually it's not even that. Her primary contention, from what I recall, is with a French bureau instead of something closer, instead of a different international partner.
I mean, I can understand that. You know, the first battle they get into, they will just retreat. So.
No. To be fair,
French.
The French submarines aren't that bad.
Yeah, they're actually pretty
It's the Spanish ones you have to watch out for.
Oh.
I thought that was only Argentina.
No, those Latvians. The Latvians said.
No.
Don't,
the Spanish ones won't float.
Oh, somebody in the chat said, she reminds me of a customer of mine that was trying to sound smart when she asked me if her heat pump used an exothermic or endothermic reaction. She was a chemical engineer.
No. Say it ain't so.
Oh my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens all the time, even in my line.
She must have been a modified engineer.
No. Sometimes the chemical engineers are special.
We'll be getting into the second law of thermodynamics. Right.
She must be one of those Marmite lovers.
Actually, there is still one on the slipways in France that hasn't even been tested. We're actually based on design and that has not been tested. Do you believe that is in our interests?
We have selected Naval Group as competent designers of diesel-electric submarines and indeed ocean-going submarines. We made that assessment on the basis of the competitive evaluation process, which I've endeavoured to explain was a very thorough process. We have no reason to believe that France is not capable of designing a submarine to meet our requirements.
I mean, he's pretty clear on that.
Yeah, this is what happens
So
when you
you're
get people
saying-
in office who don't know how to actually look into a topic before they start trying to rip into it.
Well, to be
Right.
fair, all right. So there's 4 countries that I know of that have nuclear powered submarines.
Okay.
France is one of them.
Yep.
But I mean, on top of that, though, they should know when they are a representative of, your area or whatever. However, Australia does it, but at least in America, you have your representative, right? And you would hope that your representative would go and talk to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about and say, "Hey, I want to ask about this. I'm going to ask this way."
No.
Does
Wait,
that
what?
make
You trying
sense?
to tell me that people in government are not fucking retarded?
Wait, Coral.
Doesn't work like that. Oh, dear.
What?
Hang on.
Why doesn't it work that way?
Because people are fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Yeah. You give someone a little bit of power, they think they're fucking God. You know.
Like, just as, like,
Yeah.
it's okay to not know what you're talking about. I mean, I think that, you're not supposed to know everything, but you should at least stop and talk to somebody who does know what the fuck they're talking about before you ask your dumbass questions.
Right.
But wouldn't be doing just that, talking to the admiral, talking to the person who would know.
But okay, yes, talk to the
doesn't seem like
admiral, but at the same time, do more genuine asking without an agenda other than to learn.
Jay Brown.
Oh God,
what
yes,
is
I saw,
wrong
I
with
saw
you?
that one, Jay Brown.
No dark mode on your YouTube. What is wrong? People like you need to be institutionalized.
No dark. What the fuck?
You went full white there. I
No.
could see my own reflection
of us
in
don't live in a
my
cave.
monitor.
Oh, maybe he's using an incognito window.
Nope. I saw the logo. Look at there you go. There you go. Much better.
Shame on you,
Now
Jay
you can
Brown.
read. Yeah,
Shame
now
on
you can
you.
read the text. Oh my God, you fucking masochist.
Look at that.
All right. Mark from the comments said the core problem is that people who should be running governments don't want anything to do with the jobs, and that people who want to do these jobs should not be allowed anywhere near them. Amen. And then you got Marjorie Taylor Greene spouting about Jewish lasers or some shit.
Jewish space
Jewish
lasers.
Space lasers on their freaking forehead.
I'm gonna pull out my history of the world. Hold on.
Of course it was.
I've looked at the district she represents, though. She's a very good representative of that district, however. So.
Uh-huh. And I shit out Skittles.
Oh,
I mean, some of the stuff that she's doing right now is just insanity.
Well, speaking of Jews,
I just don't get how
in
she's not in jail.
space, it's all about who you blow, not who you know.
No, it's not about who you know. It's,
It can be
it's
both.
about what you know about who you know.
No, Gary. The question was why she wasn't imprisoned yet for what she's done and been a part of. It's not about it's not about what or who you know. It's about who you blow.
Who you blow.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Blow
I
smoke
think
up
you hit
somebody's
the nail
ass.
on the head there, Jared. I did not give that woman a blowjob.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Exactly.
Well, not if you eat Marmite, you want.
In the Oval Office. Yeah.
Just a little clip from History of the World. Great movie. I wish they had been able to make part 2.
Since that time we called it Oval Office and not
Hitler.
Oral
on
Office.
ice.
The Oral Office.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. It's the Oral Office, not the Oval Office.
I played the audio. I just don't want to get your copyright
No.
fined.
So it well, and that's the thing
Monica
is,
Lewinsky would agree.
yes, and how great was it that a blowjob was the worst thing we had to worry about from our politicians.
You
at
gotta
one
respect-
I know, right? Jesus, I miss.
I
those
remember
days.
those days. They were so great.
Monica was a cool chick.
Oh, those were the good old days.
We were so naive back then.
We were so innocent. weren't we?
The end.
Oh God! Don't miss part 2.
Did they ever come out with
Hitler.
one?
Oh,
No,
no.
they didn't. But
Hitler or not.
No.
hey, that's some pretty damn good footwork.
I was gonna say they're doing a pretty decent job. A Viking
Oh, the
funeral,
Viking
okay?
funeral. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Put me on a boat with all of my possessions. Put me out to sea and light it on fire.
I was actually watching a clip of
I forgot about that part.
fantastic.
I forgot
That's
about
funny.
that part.
Jesus fucking space. Jesus Christ, guys.
Oh.
That's
Jesus
fantastic.
space.
Hey, maybe that's where Jordan from Spirit Science got it from.
Probably.
Maybe.
I've been watching this. I paused it.
Yeah. And yeah, Mark,
I'll see if I can upload it to a G drive for you there, Coral, if you want to watch this at some point.
Yeah, I haven't seen it before.
it is a funny movie. Oh, you know, there is another way we can do it. We can stream it in the Discord server and have a watch party.
We should do it on one of the Wednesday nights.
I think the only day we don't have something playing in there now is on Sundays. Because Mute Donkey and Lord Burns have taken over Monday and Friday. we have Stargate on Tuesday. Voted Upon Movies Wednesday. Star Trek, we're almost done with TNG on Thursdays. I mean, hey.
I need to come in more often. I have regular work.
Well, we
Screw work.
We do
What's
start
that?
at 5. We do start between 5:30 and 6 p.m. your time, Coral.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. I haven't seen Young Frankenstein in a while.
Oh, the combination of Gene Wilder and
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn, and Mel Brooks. Those three together, fucking hilarious.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah,
I don't know.
love Blazing Saddles.
I'm not a big fan of that as comedy, but I like Monty Python. But
if you like Monty Python, you'll love Mel Brooks movies.
Classic Mel.
Like, I don't really like Mel Brooks though. Like I've seen like Blazing Saddles and stuff, and I didn't like it. I didn't think it was funny, but I don't know.
Well, what about Spaceballs?
Now listen,
I mean,
Carl
it's
needs to put that
classic,
phallic
but-
symbol thing away. I'm getting all unnecessary here.
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir. What's wrong with it? I've lost the bleeps. I've lost the sweeps. I've lost the creeps. What? What? You know, the bleeps. The sweeps.
That guy's brilliant, by the way.
That's not all he's lost. Sir. Radar. In a bit, be
jammed.
Jammed.
Oh, it's jam, right?
Coral, will you stop it?
Raspberry.
No.
There's only one man would dare give me the raspberry.
The
Lone Star.
Oh, that
Bunch
was
of nerds.
that was such
May
a
the-
it was
may
such
the
a great
Schwartz
Star Wars
be with
movie.
you.
It really was.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Hey,
Yeah, but my Schwartz is bigger than your Schwartz, so it's okay.
Doesn't arrive till Tuesday.
big helmet and a little helmet.
You went above my helmet? Well, not really above it, sir. More around it, to the side.
You know, I even have down Periscope somewhere. I just don't have it saved on my computer yet.
That's classic.
I love down Periscope.
Best
I-
Navy
I-
documentary ever.
Next to McHale's Navy, yes.
Kale's Navy, yeah.
Well, you have the surface Navy, and then you have the submarine
Yes, there
Navy.
you
I mean,
McHale's Navy was pretty good. I have to give you that. I enjoyed that.
just remember though,
That's also called After Effects.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
In fact,
Interesting.
I got your After Effects.
I do not miss the plethora of idiots that used to be so much more active than they are now.
It's a trap.
True.
Crap.
What
are you talking about?
Well, I will give credit where credit's due to people like MC Toon and team who have managed to keep things entertaining in their own way. But let's be honest, the quality of the idiots that have come around for live discussions lately has taken a nosedive.
Well, there's that one idiot. What's his name? Jeremy? What the fuck was his name? Jason. Sorry.
A discount Fred Durst.
Yes, that's some bitch.
It's what you get for scraping the little bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
But and that one, he wanted to talk about, while he kept mentioning radar and other things, Alan and I started putting him in his place, and he blocked both of us, only to a couple weeks later make his own Discord server, unblock us to invite us, and then try to pull the same shit.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
okay, I'm a little miffed.
Why?
Why are you miffed?
There's a modern day debates scheduled for 8 a.m. my time on Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
that I'd actually be willing to sit and watch live.
Why would you be willing
What's
to
it
do
about?
Sargon of Akkad versus Mouthy Infidel. The trans debate.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I have to be to work at 10. So I'm not going to be able to watch the whole thing.
You can call in sick. You know you can do that, right? That's the thing.
No, my boss would see right through it.
When is it?
Oh.
Tuesday, you're in Central Time, right?
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. your time, Central, on Tuesday.
You just do what I do and just listen in while it's...
That's exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just listen in. Podcast.
I love Dick.
Steve.
You love Dick?
Out of nowhere.
Okay.
Show stopping it.
The fucking
Wow.
sound bites that you've gotten, Jay, over the past couple of years.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, I've got Kiri, too.
That's
Motherfuckers. What?
Oh, shit.
Got empty to now here.
Oh, we'll smoke more. Don't worry about it.
Well, hey guys,
Go!
I have to get out of here. I just want to stop by. I promised that I would make more attempts to be available for these, and out of nowhere, Jared sent me an invite. I was like, "What the fuck is this fuckery? Let me go see what's going on." And I walked into a shitstorm, and it never stopped. I now need to go take a shower and wash all the brown off.
Love it, Lacey. You fucking love it.
I love it. I love it. But you guys have a good night, and we'll talk
All right,
later.
buddy. Take it
okay?
easy.
Later.
Hey, man.
Later.
Take it
Later.
easy.
yeah.
Ring my bell to be a special subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
At least hear that.
I'll ring your bell anytime.
Ring my bell.
That's gonna make for some good time later.
TMI.
Oh, if you only paid more attention. Oh. I'm surprised that my channel hasn't gotten a softcore label attached to it with some of the comments that go around.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about
Some
either.
of the comments. What about all the shit we do when we're playing Quiplash?
Yeah, let's do Quiplash.
I ain't got time.
Yeah, I'm down for some quick flash.
Well, did we want to do that, or did we want to do
Quick flash.
Among
Quiplash.
Us?
Quick flash.
Jared, Quiplash.
You're being overridden here, Jared.
Can I get a cigarette before we do this?
No, fuck you. Quick flash.
We want to play Quiplash.
Fucking children, I swear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You got a point there somewhere? No?
Goddamn fucking children, and I encourage it. I don't know whether to be proud or ashamed of that.
You know you're proud. You're
so
proud.
Nothing but pride.
Just shining that brass right up.
No, literally, I need a cigarette before we get this going.
Well, go ahead. I'm
I need a
booting the game
fucking
up.
joint.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
So, in the meantime, everyone... That's a good one, Tech.
Yeah.
So, while everyone else is getting ready, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have enough people on the panel for the playing portion of the game itself. The audience will be able to vote and continue their wonderful habit of edging us all over the place.
We might use another bottle of
Yes,
wine.
baby. Yes.
I think so. Gary, we are so plastered.
So,
fucking wasted, man.
so I'm
It's
gonna
the
get
best time to play.
Fucking baked.
Oh, drunk or inebriated is the best way to go.
Jared, you're the fucking man. We're 4 bottles in here, for Christ's sake.
Well, so here's the thing.
You know it's going to be bad, don't you?
Oh, no, it's going to be like
Oh, it'll be
normal.
good.
It's not going to be bad. It's
Boy.
going to be like normal. But your friend over there, Gary, I hope he's paying attention to the screen, because I have a feeling he is going to laugh his ass off.
Oh, he will. He's going to last his fucking German ass off.
Just at
In
the
German.
name. Just at the name
In
that I'm
German.
using.
Dear.
What's the German word for twat?
For what? Twat?
What's that?
Schnitzelgeisen.
How do you spell that?
Schnitzelgeisen.
Automate.
Patrick, speak some German.
X.
Hang on a minute. I need to go to what's it? Jackbox TV, is it?
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
a drink. Give me a second.
Hang on a sec. Let me just get there.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead and do whatever you guys need to. The public is not going to. Okay, so.
I need a drink.
I'm just wondering who is what name. Okay, so I have a feeling that one is Alan. Because it's a church of
I can't
the.
even fucking see this.
That's not my fucking fault, is it?
It's a reference to the Church of the
can't see
Catholic.
this. I'm so fucking drunk.
Mhm.
I can't even see this.
He's so drunk, he likes Marmite.
I love Marmite.
Jared, I'm definitely not Moscow.
Don't say anything about lovely Marmite.
What's the fucking code? DXBF. Got it. I am really fucking drunk. DXBF. DX. Jared, you're fucking terrible, man.
Well, what? You're seeing the name at the top now?
I'm seeing it double, for Christ's sake.
Yes, we know you're in for a good time.
A good time. Call Jared.
No, just remember, there are multiple ways you can do something. You can do it you can do it the good way. You can do it the bad way. You can do it the wrong way, or you can do it the right way.
I choose the bad way.
All right.
I like the naughty way.
All right, so the only one not in here yet is Nikki, who's not around, and I have a feeling we're going to have a snake check reference.
Screw that bitch. Do it.
She went to go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, she went to have a smoke, so.
You can join us next round.
Snicky. No, we should wait for Nikki.
We will give her a couple minutes, and then.
Most Americans don't.
And we'll be fine in that.
I don't have the patience to wait though.
Yes, you do. Shut up.
Oh.
Make me.
I think Coral could help you with
I
that.
can. Oh, I can.
Is that a promise?
Of course.
This isn't going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Well, with names like Lightning Fist, Coral's T-shirt, Vegan Twat, I mean...
I have a very lovely shirt. It's one of my favorites.
Coral's T-shirt. Oh, dear.
I want to know who picked MOSFET.
It smiled right when you said that, too.
I mean, I wonder who would do that.
Because it wasn't me, Jared.
Really?
Well, we know that.
Genius. Because my name is more a reference to my display icon in Discord rather than the display icon in here.
Oh, so...
Bullshit!
Oh, wait, was that Coral's T-shirt that I heard?
Bullshit!
Can't even read.
All right.
Doesn't arrive till 2:30. See that? Can't see that? No, I can. The King, Vegan Twat, MOSFET.
Vegan Twat?
Yeah, and then Reich.
Here we go.
And then Reich Ray. That's great.
I can't read that.
So instead of Reichswehr.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have trouble typing. Guys, if I make typos, forgive me.
Funny one is.
Bottles of wine.
See if I'm right.
That would be a normal
That would
day.
be normal, yes.
A normal
This
day for
is
you, Carl.
one.
Normal
Two
day for
prompts
me.
will appear on your device, which you can answer in any
and I'm
clever
under
or
bad
way
influence.
you want.
And
Everyone will
Patrick's
choose
under
between
bad
your
influence.
answer
I'm a
and
terrible
someone else's
influence.
and decide who
I'm
wins.
Fucking
You get
bad
points
English
based on the
influence
percentage
on
of
me.
people who like
I'll
your
tell you
answer,
that one.
and a
I'm a
bonus if
terrible
you get
man.
more votes than your
Yeah,
opponent.
I'm really
Go.
bad.
It doesn't sound like it.
Oh, you would be surprised.
Oh, yeah, just wait.
A weird thing for a preacher to say to end every sermon.
I guess I will be getting in second round then.
The fun thing to yell as a baby is being born.
All right, let's see where those land. Because the dirtier, the better in this game. Let's just say that.
Let's see how fucking base we can get here.
Oh, you say that like it won't get really bad.
Jared,
This is the warm-up round.
Yeah, and this is the warm-up. This is pretty much the throwaway round.
Pretty much.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah, round 2 is where it's really at.
1.
Let's start this
Get my
show.
last one in.
First up,
Bastard.
scientists say erosion, but we all know the Grand Canyon was actually made by blank.
Oh God.
Okay, pick your favorite.
Oh wow.
Both are good.
Both are good, but one would actually erode into the Grand Canyon, but then what's eroded out of it gets turned into the other.
I just in good conscience can't vote for one.
I say Hooker.
Yeah, so you gotta vote for the hooker choice, right?
Marmite.
I Hooker.
Oh, see, there's that audience edging again.
Hooker
Screw you guys.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that was your answer, Kenny.
Big.
Coming up next.
Forget dogs. What is really man's best friend?
It's voting
Chocolate
time.
starfish.
The hole in
A
his
hole in his pocket and a vegan coral.
coral. And the vegan coral. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go for that one.
Chocolate starfish.
Chocolate starfish.
Only if it comes with a butterfly dream.
That could be arranged.
And the results are...
Really? Fuck you guys.
You're welcome.
Yay!
I'm going ham.
At least it wasn't Quiplash.
And next is
There is that. Don't blame me. I voted for... Oh.
vote on your devices.
Oh, this is a hard one. Ooh.
I voted for.
Not a coral, but I kind
did.
of hope this time.
I know, right? Like in this case, I don't think I can even vote for myself.
This
Yes,
is
you
a
can.
difficult one.
No shame in voting for yourself.
Do
I love the Bernie Mittens meme. It's the best
Bernie
thing
Mittens.
ever.
Delicious.
Yeah, good.
Oh, bastards.
I'm happy with this turnout, though. I'm just saying.
I thought I had that one with the Bernie Mitten means.
And next,
Yes, yes. Any other thing, it
A
would.
weird
Time to
thing
vote.
for a preacher to say to end every sermon. Oh, wait a minute. One of them is actually said. The other one would be a little weird.
Yeah.
The second one's weird.
Thou orgy shall now commence.
Wait. Are we talking?
I mean, that's the party.
Are we
They
talking
weren't saying
Roman
Catholic,
Catholic?
so.
Roman Catholic?
Oh.
And
Still not a quick
Audience.
flash.
does it?
Yes.
No, because it was
Next
not
up,
the
Then
audience
count. This is
favorite.
the most
Audience.
embarrassing
Yeah.
You
crime
can
to
thank me
get
for
caught
not
committing.
getting Quiplash on that one.
Fuck you. Fucking hate you.
Oh,
That would have been good. Could not get my answer
Next
out.
in line,
Yes.
the worst thing to put on a pizza.
it's voting time.
Wow. Well, wait. Only one of these actually exists.
I
gonna
just
see
can't,
you,
in good conscience, vote for anything that has to do with Unrock. So
I knew the hooker would come up
Said the
again.
worst thing. I mean, that is obviously the worst.
always vote for the hookers, though.
Hookers need love too.
Yeah, I'm pro
That's
sex.
right.
So
Hookers' lives matter, damn it.
right.
Yeah, how is this king going to get laid?
Next one, a fun thing to yell as a baby is being born.
To yell as a
Nazi!
baby.
Don't knock the teeth try, sweetheart.
Vote on your devices.
Ooh. I'm not sure on this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, Jared, you know.
Neither one is jumping out at me.
Yeah, I
Yes,
kind of
it
like
is.
feel
Yes,
this is
it
a
is.
mini, mini, miny, mo.
I ran out of characters. Damn it.
Nikki, come on.
Is even split.
I was gonna add at the end of mine, and we have a winner by a head's length.
That would have been
That's
fun.
all for round
See, that
one.
would have made
There's
it.
the scoreboard.
That would have made
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta paint a picture.
it. I was trying to.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite get all the way there.
You should have just did that part of it though.
I thought about it, but then it's
Second
Time for
place,
round two,
bitches.
where everything is worth 2 candy versus that silly round one.
Yeah, but you can go from
Round
first to
one.
last in this round.
Round one is the bullshit round.
Alright, let's see how those land.
Great.
Only got 30 seconds left, and good to see you got both of your answers in this time, Coral.
I know, right?
Yeah, Coral.
We are so
I-
in the
I
fucking gut.
totally. I took the easy way out though. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I'm
took the
gonna
easy
own
way
it.
out on one. I took the
I
easy way out on
own
one.
Owning it early too.
5, 4, 3,
Carl was fucking digging
2,
this.
1.
Okay, here
Oh,
we
no.
go.
Time's
First
up.
one. A good catchphrase to yell every time you finish pooping.
Oh, wow.
Okay, everyone, vote.
All right, I gotta vote
Yes.
for that one.
Yes.
I have to vote for that one.
Yes.
I know which one you're voting for, Jared.
Yep. Yep.
Bob.
You gotta do it with the voice too.
You need to have a
Nuclear.
Does number 2 work for? Yeah, you tell that
Now
turd.
you show him who's boss.
Jesus Christ, what'd you eat?
Barbecue up, babes.
Oh.
Almost.
Getting there.
Okay, next one. A good name for a pet cemetery.
Oh God.
Oh. That was a good one though, Dog Chow Acres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of anything.
I understand.
It happens, man. It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up
I
next.
haven't do all kinds
You know you're in a very weird fast food restaurant when the cashier asks, "Do you want?"
Time to vote.
Oh. Going with that one though.
Come on, guys.
Oh.
I'd be like, check please with that first one.
Right?
5, 4, 3.
Could be worse. You could be into S Smegma. So.
One.
That's
Yes,
true.
it.
True.
Or Vegemite.
Oh, a win, but not a quiplash.
Yeah,
Not quite.
the audience liked him to S, and the rest
Yes,
of you like Smegma.
Next in line. A little known perk of being U.S. president. It's voting time.
There's a difference in these answers.
I
No,
gotta go.
no,
with,
there's
Not
no
really,
difference.
no.
gotta
No.
go with the loyalty to the answer, though. We gotta make God's auditor proud.
Tits and Quinn. Yeah.
H2O2.
Get
And see,
out of here.
there's a quiplash.
Here it is. Give it to me.
Bollocks. 37 hookers.
And next is
Tits and Quiller's
It's a
father.
running
What
gag.
happened to Amelia Earhart? Vote on your devices.
Okay, just for humor, I have to go with that one.
Well, maybe the 37 hookers is what you actually get in heaven instead of the 40 virgins.
Exactly.
Remember, Jared, she was
Yeah,
abducted
very-
and is
very
part of the
fucking
37s.
Chilling with the 37 with her.
I always like the Jeff Dunham thing that he did with
See, I played the audience on that one.
No.
Yeah. That was a good answer, though.
Damn.
Ladder.
Next up, the best way to tell if someone is dead.
The best way to tell someone is
Time to
dead.
vote.
Surprise, anal sex. Yelled, Trump is re-elected. I mean, same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a difference between these answers?
Not really, no.
Well, one of them, at least you get to have a good time.
I'd have a good time.
In one case, you're getting fucked in the ass. The other case, you're having anal sex.
Surprise, anal
Well,
sex.
I should say, in one case you're going to get fucked in the arse, in the other case you're going to get fucked in the arse.
Surprisingly.
Next one, something you should not put in your kid's sandbox. Vote on your devices.
That's great.
Wait, we're not supposed to put Tootsie Rolls in there?
Apparently not.
Sandpaper for the win.
It really is. It's so
So,
brilliant.
which ones are the Tootsie Rolls and which?
They didn't
Go
say he was
ahead.
a good kid.
No.
Brilliant animals. They really are.
Round two is
Alright.
now complete. Let's see who completed it well.
Not me.
Yes.
Oh,
Screw you guys.
Wow,
Second
still
Well
striking
done
distance.
to the
Three.
last lash, the final round.
Doesn't matter,
Stakes are
recount.
tripled. There's just one prompt, and you're
Yeah.
all getting it.
There's voter fraud, man.
It's voter fraud.
The most surprising person to admit to being the Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac Killer.
Most surprising
Zodiac
person to
Killer.
admit to being the Zodiac Killer.
I don't know. I have no idea what a Zodiac Killer is. But that cunt would do.
He was a serial killer. I think you never got caught.
Oh, is it? Was it serial killer? Oh, I thought it said Zodiac Killer. I have no idea.
It's
Zodiac
Zodiac.
Killer was-
The Zodiac Killer was a serial killer, but
Zodiac
Five,
Killer.
4,
I'm so drunk.
2.
I have
Just
no
in time.
idea.
Everybody's
I
in.
have
One
no
type.
idea on that one.
Okay,
I literally
in
just
round
threw
three, you get to
something in
award
there.
3 votes. You can give them all to one answer or spread them out.
Pope. Pope. Fuck off. Who the fuck is Patser Jack?
Old game show host in the U.S.
Game show host, yeah.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
What?
He's a isn't he? So.
Well, you have to admit, he would be the least likely to.
That would not be surprised though, to be honest with you guys.
Now I have the South Park Wheel of Fortune thing right in my head.
Look, somebody else got that.
All right, let's see where the vote.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Are you kidding me? Donald Trump.
Well, it would be a surprising person. Yeah.
Vegan
Thank you for the
twat.
pity vote. Thank you.
Is that you, Carl? Are you the vegan twat?
I'm always a vegan twat.
Good for you.
Good for you.
This will be interesting.
What? How's mine not first? Screw you.
So
The puppet did it!
did I just pull out the win in round 3?
Yep.
Fucking right!
Ahmed.
I'll kill you!
Silence!
That's the end. Let's see the final scoreboard.
So I was down by 300. Oh, and I lost by 90. That was...
I got the top answer.
That was close. All right, let's
Get
go
the
ahead
fuck out of here.
and we can get Nikki in here now.
The fuck
Now
out
remember,
of
the first
here.
person in ends up running the game.
Not it.
Oh,
Right.
Alan, you are going to be in charge. It's wildly vegan.
Right, I'm going to pour another glass of wine. Because why the fuck not?
All right, you go ahead and do that. Now that we
I
have
don't
all
give
the
a fuck
panel
that
members
it's
in.
nearly
Well,
5
fine. I'm gonna have myself a gin and tonic, and fuck you guys.
It's nearly 5 o'clock in the morning.
Do I need to
What else you gotta do though? Seriously.
No, let's give it a moment.
We need another one. Another bottle of wine.
Yeah, let's let those who need to replenish their beverage go and do
Red.
that.
Red.
Wait, I thought you didn't want to melt your face. Why are you looking for reds?
Alan, what the fuck are we doing up at this time in the morning?
I'm guessing that I'm heading towards having my carer come and find that I haven't been to bed again.
I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you? Wait. I think I have a better answer for that one, Gary. What are you still doing up at this time in the morning? I believe something called liver damage is appropriate.
Well,
What damage?
Liver.
Jared, I'm on my 4th bottle of wine, for fuck's sake.
Ugh.
Like I said,
I don't know
think
how you're still up.
Sakes, man.
I should
I get
probably
half a
have been
glass
in the
in,
army
I'd
or
be
something,
down.
you know, fuck's sake.
I don't drink wine though.
You don't drink wine, why not?
No. I don't like the taste of rotten grapes.
It's good for you though.
Wine is good for you.
Yeah,
I
wine
still don't like it. I'm a liquor girl. I like give me
Phrasing.
whiskey.
You know, I would go along with you there, Coral. I like a good bloody Jim Beam or Jack Daniels.
Don't worry,
Give me-
Jared.
Give me
I
whiskey,
got that one
with
recorded.
some scotch.
Hey, I like licking a good
Good,
girl
a
too.
good single malt, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coral, I do have to admit, I like licking a good girl too.
I mean, don't we all?
A liquor.
Uh,
I like liquor too.
Not
yeah.
not if you use the Discord name Jason Family Man.
Oof. Are you trying to get me to
That's
stop?
just a meat soup liquor.
if we're going to call that what it is, we need to call it appropriately a cock gobbler.
That works. Yeah.
So how does the
You know, that would be a great name for a whiskey, cock gobbler. Yes. Jared?
So how do 37 hookers hold their liquor?
Well,
Very carefully.
Some of the cunts.
By the ears.
Nice. All right, is everyone back?
We're
Yeah.
ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't arrive till Tuesday.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Schmitty. That's spelled S-C-H.
A double cock gobbler, please, barman.
Good feeling about this. I'm sorry, I was talking to my tater tots.
We're live.
Let's go.
Oh, we are
Time for round
sadly
one.
still
You
live.
score based on the percentage of players who get the answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake.
It's making up for not having Kanar with Damar today.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
The worst thing for an evil witch to turn you into.
Shh, 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 shh. Don't give away your props.
True love came to me.
Electric problem. Take. No, do that.
You okay over there, buddy?
We got it. We're in.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for your help with one of my answers. I'm just saying.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Come again.
You're coming again. Oh, come on. 12 seconds.
Sake.
Let's take a
Barely.
look. Our first
I
prompt
had
is make up a name
Yeah.
for a silent film porno from
Make
the
up a name for a
1920s.
silent film porno from the 1920s.
Okay, voting
Abbott
time. Pick your
does
favorite.
Costello,
No.
and all of a sudden Coral.
Oh.
Ooh, this is hard.
Oof.
Oh, well,
Itty,
yeah.
mini, miny, mo.
You know what's going to happen here, Coral. Come on.
It's so good, though.
Well,
You know you
well, it
love
better
it.
it better be good. It involves coral.
I know. They're both good.
That t-shirt is awesome.
When did you change your name to Docstack?
We flipped.
I did not notice it before. Wow.
There's a few.
I changed my name,
different
too.
Names,
For
yeah.
an evil witch to turn you into.
The worst thing for
A
an
newt.
evil witch to turn you into
It's
a
voting
flaming and the 1/37th of a hooker.
Aren't they the same thing?
Almost.
Could be.
Or
Pretty much exactly the same thing.
I think so.
Are we going for a literal flaming cunt or just the colloquial term?
I think literal.
A literal.
Shots
yeah.
fired.
Clitoral, as you could say.
Literal.
Literal.
Yes.
Yes.
Literal for me.
Yes. Love it.
Ah, no.
Didn't- but the audience still went with
Bollocks.
it. It was good though.
Coming up
Can
next,
be bought.
a sign you probably
Nah.
shouldn't put up in your
A sign you
yard.
probably shouldn't put up in your yard.
on
Come
your
guzzlers
devices.
are us, and Trump is here.
I mean, one's
Well, I was looking to remodel, so one of them might be a good one to put up.
Right, that'd be free remodeling.
well, one of them advertises that there are cocksuckers there. The other one is "Come guzzlers are us."
Right.
So they're the same thing?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
Oh,
Screw you guys.
Oh, we still got one. We still got one though. Nice.
But I will say that it's great in order there.
Next up, a new completely BS holiday.
A new
that
completely
greeting card
BS
companies would
holiday
make up to sell
that
more
greeting card
cards.
companies would make up to sell more cards.
Time to vote.
Cocky Twaddles Day and Child's First Popple Poke.
Papal Pope.
Oh, oh,
Papal Poke.
oh, that's nasty.
Oof.
Ooh,
You had to go there, huh? Some bitch.
You do realize what show we're on, right? And you do realize
Given the
what
channel
game
and the
is
game,
being...
you know.
You bastards, you.
This is my new word.
So, question of are we gonna go there? The answer is yes. Just
It's just a question of when.
yes.
Thank you, King.
We're going there.
You're welcome.
It's
I
not a
thought
It's not
that
our
was
channel to
nice.
get demonetized.
I was
Well, it
proud
in
of that.
line.
It's not a question
The
of
worst
when we
job
go
title
there.
that starts with assistant.
Oh god.
Worst job title for that
It's
starts
voting
with
time.
assistant to Unique Cook and Ass Bandit. Assistant Ass Bandit. Assistant to Unique Cook.
No,
know, for
it's
once-
Ass Bandit, gotta take it.
Yeah, for once this is the time that the ass bandit wins.
I'm not sure. I think I'd rather be.
You'd rather be the
an ass
assistant to
bandit.
Unique.
Imagine having that as a badge on your shirt. I am the assistant Ass Bandit.
I mean, that's kind of awesome. I kind of want that shirt. I mean, I'm thinking
Well-
I might need to make that shirt happen.
Well, speaking of, people have asked about merchandise on this channel, and
I'm sure we can arrange that for
and
you.
Snake Check is going to
to
be.
happen.
In an ice cube.
The worst thing to find in a fries and
Vote
ice.
on your devices.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what the fuck? Really?
And there it is.
Somebody had to
Just
do
different
the
enough.
Yeah, I know.
$501.
All right.
$1.
$1.
Who
That's
is
about
taking the
30
screenshot to send to God?
So is it worse to find the dead hookers or the hookers not dead?
Well, those
Frozen
would be
in
some
a single ice
big.
cube.
Those would be some pretty big ice cubes.
Right?
Yay! Quick flash.
Yay!
Yay, I got one.
And next is on the 147th day of Christmas,
On
my
the
true love gave to me.
147th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
It's voting
a
time.
large
Large electric purple dildo.
dildo or 37 hookers. Give me another bottle of wine.
Ooh, do we go with the retro reference or the more consistent
Like I
reference?
said, I'm very drunk. I can't even spell at the moment.
All right, you get my vote then.
Good. Thank you very much.
Good.
Vote for the drunk guy.
I kind of sang it to me, and the first one kind of works better.
Yay! The large electric purple dildo wins.
It rings a little bit
Next
better.
one,
Yeah.
the worst
Little bit,
invention
little
that
bit.
starts
It just
with
rolls off
spray
the
on.
tongue.
I prefer the purple dildo.
Time to
Because
vote.
Jared's just speaking
Yeah,
from
I
experience.
like a purple dildo, yeah.
Spray on masculinity. You're next. Nice.
Spray on cock gobbler, spray on masculinity. No, it's got to be cock gobbler.
Of course.
It's both fantastic.
Cock gobbler in a can.
Cock
Isn't
gobbler
that a
in can.
fleshlight?
An aerosol cock gobbler. No!
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
It happened
Round
though.
one is in
It
the
was
books.
good.
Let's see
It
the
was good.
scores.
Oh, it's always good, baby.
Sometimes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Oh, behave.
It's time for round two, where all point values are doubled. That's
All right,
right,
we got
doubled.
this. Round two.
Yes,
Gonna
it-
make you horny, baby.
What I found in the till today at work. It's a little focus. Maybe. Ah, damn it. Found a 20 pence coin.
You can do it.
Oh, dear. I can't think of a better way to
Okay, it's
Right
time
on
for some
time.
quick-lashing. Starting things off, a good stage name for a chimpanzee stripper.
All right, good stage name for a chimpanzee stripper.
Okay, pick your favorite.
Anthony Riley or Fred Durst.
Fred Durst.
You know, I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
So am I.
I'm pretty sure we answered the same one.
I think we did.
Probably for the same reason.
For that one.
You might be surprised.
Ooh.
Ooh, we were wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the audience edging is a wonderful thing.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we got it.
Next in line, if a genie gives you 3 wishes, the best things to
gives you
wish
3
for
wishes,
are
the
1,
best
$1 billion,
things to
2,
wish for are
eternal life,
$1
and
billion,
3,
2
blank.
eternal life, and 3 eternal
Hold on, more
cock,
devices.
or you're having a tank filled with laser armed
Yep,
sharks.
gotta go with that one.
That is definitely a good use of a third wish.
Yes,
Yes.
I gotta go with that one because my cock is already eternal.
Naturally, of course. Naturally.
Yeah, because the D was surprisingly large.
Fucking hell.
Well played, Ted.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
Ooh, splash.
It was just sent from space.
Coming up next, the worst way to fly, blank
Worst way to
airlines.
fly Blink Airlines.
It's voting time.
Karen and Riley's purple magic rod.
So good. They're both good.
So would you rather rad cunt Karen or Parley's
All gags are a thing, so Cunt Karen could be fun.
Or you could put Karen in her place.
Welcome aboard,
Instead of
Karen.
Let's admit it. Who really wants to ride Riley's purple magic rod?
No.
I'd rather do that than a Karen.
Next up,
Again,
the
ball
title of
gags
a
are
new
a thing.
YouTube cat video that's sure to go
You
viral.
would need ball gag would be required.
Vote on your devices.
Well, that was a quick vote.
Yeah. Cat scrap fever, yeah.
Ow, ow, ow. You can't forget that. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, I don't know though.
Crap, you pussy.
Oh,
Audience.
the audience edging again.
Cat scratch fever. Get in.
And
No.
next
Ow,
is
ow, ow.
a better name for dandruff.
Better name for dandruff.
Time to
Hair
vote.
flakes, great with milk or sugar.
I don't know how to feel about
I
this.
would go with cocaine myself, but
No, then you would have to name it Kyle Curtis.
Oh.
I thought about that. I actually thought about
Oh, Gary, what surprised you gave Sugar as the answer?
Baldrick was my...
Baldrick with that answer.
Exactly. No! Audience, you wankers.
Okay, next one.
A
Theme park ride.
movie that should never be made into a theme park ride, Deliverance or Dead Booker Mountain.
Unfortunately, Disneyland already did Deliverance. It's called Splash Mountain.
Nice.
Yes, but do people get raped in the woods?
That should read 37 Hooker Mountain.
No.
Should.
The better answer would have been The Hills Have Eyes, just for you.
Aww.
Oof.
Audience.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, we keep
Audience
getting
edge
it.
that
These
one.
are tight. These are tight today.
Hey, tight is good.
That is right.
Oh, I like it. Sweet. Sweet like a tweeter.
And next, what the Easter Bunny does with his free time.
Oh,
What does the Easter Bunny do with his free time? Eat the wee ones
it's not wrong.
or twiddles
Twiddles
his
his
Easter
Easter
eggs, of course.
It's voting time.
Do go with the cannibalism or the masturbation?
Masturbation. Definitely.
The sad thing is every time I read, of course, I always read it in Mortimer's
Of
voice.
course.
Of course.
Of course.
I need to get a copy of that just so I can put it in my videos randomly for no reason other than
Because you can.
Of course. But of course.
Of course.
Ooh.
Oh my. Damn it.
But you still made your masturbation joke.
I mean, it was. I mean,
Next
I
in
know,
line,
it came in hand.
a bad first line for your presidential
a
inauguration
bad
speech.
first line for your presidential inauguration speech.
Load on
My
your devices.
fellow comrades, or that just happened. Where are my 37 hookers?
it should have had in parentheses. You look over at Bill Clinton.
Right.
Not enough characters.
I know.
Right? My fellow comrades.
It would be.
Comrades.
It would be interesting if they doubled the character limit. What answers we would come up with because we could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certainly could, yeah.
It's like when Twitter first went from 144 to 280.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Even if
Quick
we're
laugh.
to win.
Yes. Get in.
Yeah, you did. You just not here in first place.
That was a smackdown.
I don't
Round
know.
two
Let's
is no
see.
more. Let's see the damage.
Damage is right. Ooh.
Ooh.
Tech is in striking distance.
Okay, anybody can be a winner.
And now
Round
round
three.
three, the last.
Well, some of,
Point
some of you
values
are mathematically
triple,
eliminated.
And you'll all be answering the same
Oh,
prompt this
shut
time.
Oh, it's this one, yeah. Everyone gets the same prompt.
The last
Yep.
flash prompt is
The best title,
The best title for a new national anthem for the USA.
The best title for a new anthem for the national. Oh, yeah.
That was pretty rapid fire there for all of us.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mine's terrible.
We'll see.
Mine's terrible, but I like it. If it doesn't get any votes, I will be okay with that.
Right.
It's
All right,
horrible.
Here's the board. Apply your votes.
I'm sorry.
God damn.
What the fuck? Can't say this.
There we go, there we go. And you know what? That was actually a good song, so I'll vote for that one too.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
I'm going with that one anyway. So
Because you're not mature enough, we need to take you over again.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Hmm?
And 12, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I hear a thing.
All right.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, I thought that one was gonna do much better. Come to us
thought it would
with
too.
cookies and milk.
It would have been better if it was MILF.
That would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, short and sweet.
So there is my main competition.
The boot, scoot, and boot.
Like I said, I like that song. I had to vote for it.
Right?
I
hair
expected
smells like
that
a
one
Joe
to score
Biden
higher.
I didn't.
If you do say so yourself. Fuck off or fuck. I mean,
It's kind of true.
right.
It is.
God save
God
the
save
queen.
the queen.
I thought about voting for that one, but you know.
I did
thought
in
that
fact
one
vote
was
for
gonna
that one.
win.
I'll figure ahead with what she
I
means.
thought that one was gonna win. We got the guns, the beer, and the babes.
I mean, we already stole that song
Mine
once, you know.
Mine was going to be similar to that one.
Like piss.
Damn.
Yeah.
I put an
look at the
answer I
final
didn't
scores.
expect to win in the third round, and I won convincingly.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
You know what? I should have done She Thinks My Tractor is Sexy instead.
I almost put that one, no lie.
Morning,
Like,
George.
like,
Morning, tractor.
it'd probably win if it went up. Yes.
All right, so it is after midnight here,
Yeah.
and yeah, Jay, I see you in there.
I was just fucking with you. I saw that you cleared it off.
We are calling it a night at this point because, well, yeah, some people need to get to sleep, even if they are going to be woken up by someone in, what is it, 3 hours there, Alan?
I was gonna say some of
It's
us gotta
20
work
past
tomorrow.
5 now, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I do got to work tomorrow.
Some of us gotta work tomorrow.
I'm
Sorry.
gracefully retired and have birthday, so I don't need to do anything.
Oh,
In the
that's-
morning, for fuck's sake.
And
2 hours and 40
happy
minutes.
fucking birthday.
Happy
Have a
fucking
Thank you.
birthday, Patrick.
Fucking
Now say it in German.
Yeah, I don't know
vielen
German.
herzlichen Dank für die
That's
So
Grüße.
many instant French that you can't.
9. 9. That's all I got.
All right.
Schnell, raus, raus,
The-
schnell.
Does
Das ist alles
any
Scheiße, nein. Das ist alles Scheiß. Ihr müsst richtig Deutsch lernen, Freunde.
does anyone have anything coming up that they would actually like to tell the people about to actually go and watch or do anything for?
No. No, we
No.
don't.
No, you can,
I'm
you
here.
can, you can check out my latest
how
video.
about this? At the very top of at the very top, real quick, right above my head, there's a little note. Everybody can read. Right there. All right, now you can continue.
Yeah. So Jay, just go ahead and hit that favorite button. I know you want to.
Oh yeah, I do. I think you mean.
Daddy, my ears are bleeding. You can stop. Ring my bell to be a special subscriber.
Good night, everybody.